Good evening and welcome to Mirpur, Bangladesh for the Micromax Asia Cup T20. Game number 3 between Bangladesh and UAE. The first time these two teams are facing each other, the T20 International. The schedule so far, a couple of games have been already played. Bangladesh versus India. India won by 45 runs. Then Sri Lanka beating UAE by 14 runs. And the big game today, Bangladesh versus UAE, important one for both these teams. And then the big game, India versus Pakistan tomorrow. Bangladesh versus Sri Lanka on 28th. Pakistan versus UAE on 29th. India versus Sri Lanka, 1st March. Bangladesh versus Pakistan on the 2nd March. India playing UAE on the 3rd. And Pakistan versus Sri Lanka on the 4th, and the big final on the 6th of March. They've got to be the best fans in the world. Big fans, not just supporting their team, Bangladesh, but cricket as a sport itself. Look at those people out there with flags and painted faces. Crowd. But let's look at what happened yesterday. Sri Lanka batting first, managed just 129. UAE needing just 130 but couldn't make it, fell short by 14 runs. Very well compiled 50 for Chandimal of just 39 deliveries. Obviously preferred the onside a little more than the off. Most of his runs coming through that square leg to mid-on region. But the kind of innings that Sri Lanka required. The reason they reached 129. And when they came to bowl, batting was a little disappointing. All eyes were on Malinga, who's making a comeback after an injury. And anyone who is a Malinga supporter would be very happy because he picked up 4 wickets for 26, picked up a couple of wickets in the very first over, and then came back in the 10th and picked up a couple more. Big game for both these teams, second game for both these teams in this tournament. And both the teams have lost their first match. Bangladesh lost to India, UAE lost to Sri Lanka. Bangladesh will depend a lot on Mustafizur Rahman as far as bowling is concerned. The batting was very disappointing in the first game against India. Shomo Sharkar. There you go, Mustafizur Rahman. That's a sport that a lot of teams like to play during their warm-ups. A lot of ex-cricketers will disagree. But if you're from Bangladesh, you've got to play football. And look at that crowd, happy. Up 3 wickets for 25. Sri Lanka started off really well, but then Amjad Javed picked up 3 quick wickets to restrict Sri Lanka to just 129. But the most important wicket of Chandimal as well. And look at that crowd. The costume design, cell phones and bandanas with the national flag. That's what you call support, that's what you call fans of not just a particular team, but the sport itself. Let's have a look at the pitch. It's been a pitch where the bowlers have got a lot of assistance, no different today. It's a decent amount of grass on the pitch as well. Very well laid pitch. A lot of bounce and lateral movement for the fast bowlers. we've seen a little bit of spin and bounce for the spinners as well. Been a little difficult for the batsmen, especially if you look at T20 cricket. Yeah, more people are coming into the stands and coming into the stadium to witness this very, very important game. And what happened at the toss? UAE won the toss and electing to bowl first, just like yesterday. Mustafizur, Shakib, Hasan, Mahmudullah can bowl, so can Sarkar and Shabir. UAE making a change in this game as well. Farad Tariq coming in place of Qadir Ahmed, playing with an extra batsman. Tariq, Farad.
There is live grass, but there is a little bit less grass. Let's see who's opening the batting for Bangladesh. They've made a change. I've already seen Mohammad Mithun there. I'm sure it's Somo Shakar will be the left-hander who will be accompanying him.
Mithun and Sarkar, the two openers. Shoma Sarkar has been very impressive ever since he's made his debut. Very technically correct, orthodox batsman, but at the same time can hit the ball as well.
Yeah, fully agree with you, Deep. But his defensive technique was tested the other night when he played against the quality seamers in Ashish Nohra and Jasprit Bumrah. But very technically correct batsman. And Mohammad Mithun, who's opening along with Soumya Sarkar because of the absence of Tamim Iqbal.
The numbers for Mithun in his T20 career, 56th game for him, average of 16. You've seen him quite a bit, Adubhai. What do you think of him?
Well, he's a very talented batsman. You see the strike rate as well. Look at Somo Shakar in the T20 strike rate is outstanding, 130.6, 4.5 balls up a boundary in the power play. Not a great average, but he's a good player. He's a sort of a player, if he gets set, then he can play a good knock, really big one. I remember him getting 100 in the ODI against Pakistan, against a really good attack. High expectations from him.
Mohammad Naveed to start with a new ball for UAE. He's been impressive as well. Look at the economy, less than 6. The wicket taker, 12th game for him, has picked up 17 wickets before this. Decent average as well. Gets the ball to swing and is sharp, skiddy. And as far as batting is concerned, especially the openers, they've got more time, especially on a pitch like this.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yalla UAE.
Here we go. Game number 3 between Bangladesh and UAE. Naveed to bowl to Mithun. Naveed's going to start with 2 slips here. An outside edge, but not carrying to the slip fieldsman. Good start as far as Naveed is concerned.
Yes, he swings the new ball usually away from the right-hander. But what impressed me most about Mohammad Naveed is his speed. Consistently bowls close to 140. It will be very important what lengths he will bowl on this wicket. Yesterday in the first spell against Sri Lanka, he was little short, but in the second spell he came back strongly and tried to bowl much fuller.
Back to that length you were talking about, VVS, a little too short. And as far as this pitch is concerned, you've got to pitch it up because there is help for the fast ball, especially with the new ball.
It's going to be important. That will be the key for the seamers, especially up front. The first 6 overs, very important. Yes, fielding restrictions are in. There are 2 bats in the slip score, and So you got to pitch it up and let the ball do the talking. Yes, there is enough available.
A hint of swing there again. But off the marker. Mithun, direct hit. He's reached quite comfortably. Good running there. Placed it left off, mid off. Taking off for a single.
It's a good looking shot to open your account as a batsman. Feel the bat on the ball, middle part of the bat. Certainly gives you a bit of more confidence. Is this pitch going to have that kind of bounce that we saw yesterday? I don't think so. I reckon this is a little bit more flatter because of taking the live grass off. There still is live grass. So the ball coming nicely onto it. And I just have a feeling that both these batsmen, the Bangladesh batsmen, will enjoy batting here as long as they play good cricketing shots.
They are definitely not as green as the game between India and Bangladesh, and also yesterday between UAE and Sri Lanka. But one thing which the UAE bowlers will be tested is their fitness, because they just played the game last night, not enough time to recover.
Not much difference. The change in batsman, still got 2 slips for Shomi Sharkar. Leading edge towards his third man, will pick up a single and open his account as well.
It's going to be important for both the openers to ensure that they bat well. Just take some time in the middles and get used to this seam movement, if there is any. There is a bit of a seam movement, but you've got to get used to the pace of the pitch as well. And after a couple of overs, if you are still there, you will feel a lot more comfortable.
I guess the innings of Rohit Sharma should be a good indicator for all the openers here. You can take a little bit more time as an opener, because it gets easy, comparatively a lot easier post the first 6-7 overs. That's close. Hit the pad first. Impact seems to be outside off stump.
And also the height. And my first reaction was the impact was outside the off stump and the ball hit above the knee roll.
Seam movement there as well. That looked a lot closer actually. The replay. Getting the ball to jack back in after pitching.
Yeah, early nerves for Mohammad Mithun. The legs not moving that quickly. Didn't get a good one. The last match that he plays against India, he was knocked off very early in the innings. It's important that he gets a good start.
We'll end the first over with a single here. It's 3 without loss after the first. It's the captain himself. Amjad Javed, the captain, bowled beautifully last night against Sri Lanka. In the air, up, but in the gap as well. More runs. He'll go all the way for a boundary. First boundary of this innings.
They're not a great start for Amjad Javed. Easy pickings for Mithun. Straying down the leg stump. No protection in the deep.
Yeah, poor lines. You can't afford to bowl on that side of the stumps because you have that feeler at fine leg inside the circle. So it's basically a free hit. A boundary comes up with the very first delivery from the captain.
Well, still got a slip and a gully. 6 on the offside. That's the area. Getting decent amount of swing as well.
Yeah, that's where he was very impressive last night against Sri Lanka. 13 T20 international matches, 15 wickets and a good average, 19.40. But after the kind of start Sri Lanka got yesterday with Chandimal and Dilshan utilizing the first power play, it was because of Amjad Javed that UAE were able to pull it back.
Again, straying down the leg side, but this time we'll get a couple. Mithun And if you remember yesterday, he was bowling to a 5-4 field. So naturally, he's more of a bowler who's going to bowl wicket to wicket. That's the kind of bowler he is. But with the 6-3 field, I'm not too sure whether he's bowling the right areas or right line.
You're probably having an extra fielder on the offside because he's using the new ball. Last night he was the one change bowler for UAE, and that's why the two balls, the first and the third ball, were not great lines. This is a much better line, and also the way he extracts the bounce from the wicket. Eye harm action, hits the deck well, but this is a better line.
Yeah, he's a tall fella. Releases it from right at the top, and then if he can hit the deck, he can get extra bounce, and that's exactly what has happened in the previous delivery. We spoke about how the batsmen need to change their technique, adapt to the situation. It's also important for the bowlers to make sure that you bowl at the right areas, because if you win the toss and decided to bowl first, you want early wickets.
You want early wickets, and you should also know where you can pick up wickets. With this field where he has got a slip and a gully, the way he can get Mithun out is force him to play a bad shot outside the off stump. Try to get a nick.
Dot to end the over, 6 coming from it. It's 9 without loss after 2. As technology is concerned. And his partner Ruchira Palia Gurunge, he's got a camera as well. Get a good idea of what the umpire is looking at. 22nd T20 international game for him, Ruchira.
You're really surprised with this move. Mohammad Naveed, who probably is the best bowler for UAE, an attacking option. Even in the game against Sri Lanka, he bowled the first over and was taken off by the captain, Mohammad Shahzad, replacing Mohammad Naveed.
Overing in the line and paying for it as well. Boundary of the first delivery of the over.
It's not a good start for the bowler, but a very good start. Look at the reactions from the Bangladesh fans. Once again, easy pickings for Shakib. Easy hit down the leg side. And I agree with you, VVS, because Mohammad Naveed is your go-to bowler. You've got to have him in the first 6 overs to ensure that you pick up early wickets and get the new batsman in.
But there was a discussion between the over between Naveed and Captain Amjad. I have a feeling they might change ends. Maybe Naveed would want to bowl from where Amjad bowled. Smart cricket, opening the face of the bat, pick up a single.
It's also important to take early wickets because Bangladesh has got depth in their batting lineup, like the way India did in the previous game, especially against Soumya Sarkar, who we praised his technique, but against Ashish Nohra he was found wanting. His defensive technique was tested, and Ashish Nohra was in great rhythm. Soumya Sarkar not moving his feet, playing across the swing, closing the face of the bat early.
Pick up another single here. That's very important, especially on this pitch as a batsman. You need to play it straight, isn't it? Someone like Soumya Sarkar, as you mentioned, playing across and also getting to the line and pitch of the ball when the ball's swinging around.
Yeah, the wicket was different, and the class of Ashish Nohra and even Jasprit Bumrah, they bowled really well that night, but it tested Soumya Sarkar's defensive technique. But this is where the experience of Amjad Javed will be counted. He has to look for wickets, and at the moment Mohammad Shahzad is not looking as effective as someone like Mohammad Naveed.
And if you look at the behavior of the ball, what the ball is doing at the moment, it is the third over. We haven't seen the kind of seam movement that we saw earlier on in the last couple of matches, so which indicates that this can turn out to be a good batting track. First 6-7 overs, don't lose a wicket, and then you have wickets in hand, and then you can come and play some shots. I reckon that this can be a good toss to lose because Bangladesh is batting first.
And that would be the strategy from the Bangladesh's batsmen. Have wickets in hand.
And straight away the captain has made that change. He's got the slip out, he's got only a fielder in the gully position. And going back to the conversation between the over between Amjad and Naveed, I have a feeling that Naveed wasn't too happy bowling from the other end. So maybe there is a possibility, because if you look at what happened with Shahzad, this is the conversation that I'm talking about. So this is what Naveed is talking about, is changing of ends. That's what I believe. Extra bounce, lucky there. Somasarkar was in the gap. 7 from the over. It's 16 without loss after 3. UAE won the toss and have chosen to field first. Exactly what they did yesterday in Sri Lanka. Did really well. But just what we were talking about, change of ends for Naveed. And first ball onto the pads and will pick up a single here.
They're again really surprised, because before the start of the innings, usually the bowlers decide which ends to choose. And just after 1 over, Mohammad Naveed was not happy with the end he was bowling from.
I reckon it was the captain, more of the captain wanted to perhaps bowl it from the other end. We just have to wait and see whether who decided who wanted to change ends. As you rightly said, you're coming on to bowl first. You've pre-decided that what you're going to do with the toss when you win the toss, and then you also know who are your frontline bowlers.
Wants a single here. Sent back by Somasarkar. And also because they're not playing with Qadir Ahmed, who's a fast bowler, so they're playing with an extra batsman here. So that's the kind of permutation combination that Javed has to think about. Who are his bowlers? Who's going to bowl in the first 6 overs? Because like you mentioned, VVS, yesterday, Amjad didn't bowl in the first 6.
Yes, that's something which he has to be mindful of. He strengthened his batting because of the poor display of the batsmen in the game against Sri Lanka. But straight away, excellent delivery.
That could have been close. A direct hit there. Razada fielder. Somasarkar had to put in the dive.
Direct hit could have been a lot closer. The batsman shutting the face of the bat. Direct hit. Oh, let's have a better view from here. This angle will definitely... oh, would have been gone.
Good effort from Somasarkar. We realized halfway down while taking that run that it was a misjudgment. But a direct hit would have got him out.
It was his call. He was the non-striker. The moment he played, Mohammad Wooden played that shot, he wanted to take that run.
Swing and a miss. We're talking about T20 ratings here. We're talking about T20. Season is of T20 cricket here. T20 power ratings. How is it calculated? 5 parameters: consistency, hitting power, playing under pressure, adaptability in terms of situations and conditions, and then contribution to a win. These are the 5 factors that are looked into while getting to that T20 power ratings. And mind you, the sample size is massive. It's around 6,000 games ever since T20 as a format has begun in cricket. That's a good shot. Powerful shot down the ground. Boundary for Somasarkar.
This is what he should be looking at. His strength is his timing. Not a big movement of feet, but waited for the ball to come close to him and right from the center of the bat. It's a sweet timer, Somasarkar.
And also looking to hit in the wing. I think that is very important, especially for the openers. You pitch it up, you get a delivery which is pitched up. Don't try to hit it square of the wicket. Try to hit as straight as possible. I thought that was a fantastic shot from Somasarkar.
Oh, that's a good comeback ball. It's 22 without loss after 4. A change of end for the captain as well. Amjad replacing Shahzad with a second slip in position. Oh, that's a top edge in the air. Fielder coming under it. Won't make it. Shahid, the fielder. Lazy effort there. Lazy effort from the fielder.
Dropped it, didn't he? There's definitely enough time for him to go back and take it because it went long, way up in the air. Look where the batsman was trying to play. It was way wide outside the off stump. Did he get a bit of a touch on that? Just the fingertips.
You're always tough running back and taking those catches. But if UAE have to make an impact in this game, they have to convert the half chances.
Mithun looking a little rattled here. Kind of singles and the shots that he's playing. And talking about T20 power ratings, the top-rated batsman, Chris Gill right up there at number 1, David Miller, Suresh Raina at number 3, Virat Kohli at number 5, and MS Dhoni there as well at number 10. These are all-time rankings. We're talking about a sample size of around 6,000 T20 games over a decade. So that's good to see 3 Indian batsmen right up there.
Yeah, and 6 left-handers. Something with left-handers.
You should know better, VVS, the kind of players you've picked for your franchise. I only thought left-arm bowlers are very, very effective in this format. Now left-arm batsmen as well.
Yeah, I've been following the T20 power ratings.
Stepping out in the air again. Will the fielder make it? Has he? No, he hasn't. Heather, the fielder, good effort in the end. Really good effort.
Well, they've drawn early on. It was Mohammad Mithun, but this time around it's Shumo Shakar who presented an opportunity to the fielder. Same bowler, shimming down the track. Just wanted to hit this out of the ground. Difficult one, difficult, really difficult. He had to run in hard. Just fell short.
Yeah, we saw this even yesterday when Mohammad Navid dropped a high catch. But this is what UAE require. We're repeating ourselves. They have to convert the half chances.
Boys, that should be a no ball. A high full toss. Yes, it is. So that's a free hit now. It's all happening in this over.
Yes, it would have been easily 27 for 2.
Well, that's a very high indeed. Quick, high, full toss. Amjad, not too convinced. But he's still got to bowl this one. Free hit. So 2 half chances and a free hit now. Change in the field because he's changing the batsman as well. The 2 fielders outside the circle are deep square leg. And a fielder in the 3rd man. He's still got mid-off and mid-on inside the circle. What is he gonna bowl? Try and bowl a Yorker. A short one. Good choice of, not a good choice of delivery there. What a shot in the end from Mithun. First 6 of this innings.
This will good. Mithun going. A free hit. No risk of getting out. Short pitch delivery from Amjad Javed. And deserve the punishment.
But look where he has hit that. He's not hit that square, he's hit it over the fielder at mid-on. That is a terrific piece of timing from Mohammad Mithun. Incredible. That's gone all the way.
With 4 more. This is a classy shot. There's enough room there for Mithun to play that shot. Played it to perfection.
Probably the best shot so far in the Bangladeshi's innings. Just little bit of room outside the off stump. How quickly it goes back. And again, good timing.
Yeah, the coach speaks very highly of him. We didn't get an opportunity to see him in the last match because he was in and out very quickly, but after struggling early in his innings, he's starting to show his colours.
Expensive over from UAE captain, 17 coming off at 39 without loss. Should look at the sixth, how much time he's got. As you mentioned, he hit over mid-wicket.
Yeah, it was almost, he was waiting for that ball. With only fielder in the deep was the deep square leg fielder.
That is a glorious hit and a huge one. Second six of this innings.
Pure timing. Shakib hits one into the stands. What a shot this is from the left-hander. Both these batsmen now looking good. Very first delivery, gone for six, and it is a massive one.
It's much better wicket than the first two games in this Asia Cup. The UAE bowlers will be tested today.
That's why. A lot happened in the last over. It was very, very important as far as Bangladesh was concerned. That was the first half chance. A little lazy there, and then a half chance. This one surely a half chance. Good effort in the end. But then the no ball. Six off it. And a beautiful shot from Mithun for a boundary. 17 from that over. Suddenly these two batsmen are looking totally different now. Oh, wicket! The first breakthrough. Shahid, the bowler. An important wicket at that. Mithun really looking good. Looking to get his innings going. Sarkar going for 21. It's 46 for 1 Bangladesh.
Yes, Rahman, average of 46 in 2016. And a good strike rate, 137.
Yeah, 44 against India, coming to bat at number 3. 4 in 5 innings, he's got 30 plus scores. So he's been a man in form. According to a lot of people, they feel that he's one of the cleanest hitter of the cricket ball in the Bangladesh team. And they required him right at the top of the order. That's why he's batting at number 3.
Straight away opening his account with a single. But he's there because Sarkar. There's one thing that I've noticed about Sarkar. Predominantly a bottom-handed batsman, isn't he? Even the drive that he hit was more of power than finesse. Here as well, using the bottom hand. A little too much, closing the face of the bat. That's the reason didn't get the elevation, neither did he time it that well.
Yeah, but the wicket UAE wanted desperately.
Yeah, Mithun, it's very important for Mithun and Sabir to kind of stitch a partnership here. Because if you remember yesterday, the Sri Lanka innings, after that first partnership, they really struggled, the Sri Lankan batsmen. Even though this pitch is a little different, a little more batting friendly than the one we saw yesterday. But still, it has some juice for the bowlers. Will get a single in the end, but wasn't a comfortable one.
It will also be interesting to see who comes in to bat at number 4. Imrulka is not in the 11. So the choice of Mustafizur Rahim, Mahmudullah or Shakib Hasan.
Yeah, my choice will be Mustafizur Rahim. Never understood why he doesn't bat up the order. He's one of the smartest batsmen I've seen in world cricket and can anchor the innings. And around him, the power hitters, the Bangladeshi batting lineup possesses can come and play with a lot of freedom.
A successful over for UAE. It's 48 for 1 after 6.
The way the match have been going in this tournament. Right, he bowled well. Did Ahmed Raza against Sri Lanka. I think he bowled 4 overs for 14 in that game. Economy is excellent. Oh, they'll take 2. was slightly wayward, you could say. That throw was headed somewhere else. Time to say good evening for the first time to Roshan and Dino.
Evening, Harsha. Well, Bangladesh having almost close to 80% chance of winning, or 72 in fact. UAE 28 at this stage, that is, but Bangladesh looking good. They'll be looking to try and get some big runs on the board.
Sneak another in. Come on, Dino. You believe the meter. What's your number?
Well, the meter didn't watch. Oh, hello, everyone, firstly, but the meter didn't watch UAE batting last night. They were atrocious, and I'm being kind.
And so where do you think it should be?
Well, I like to be wearing, we've both got the same colour helmets. I like to be wearing green pads at the moment. I think Bangladesh is doing a pretty good job. Look, it's the best batting pitch I've seen up to now, last few matches. I think it's a 160 pitch, I really do. Now they've got a really good platform here. Not lose another wicket if they can. Keep getting 6 and over. That's fine, just keep working around. They're busy running between the wickets.
Gotta love this form of the game. He's played 2 balls. The next one is a little lap shot over where fine leg might have been. It's almost like a defensive push down the ground now. And why not? There's no fielder there. The objective of the game is to put the ball where the fielder isn't. Sometimes I think we're too focused on how we put the ball where it eventually goes. Finally, it's Glenn Maxwell who said that. He said, I pick my moment, I pick my spot, and I put the ball there. It doesn't matter how it gets there. Oh, they should get 2 here. No, they'll stay with 1. I just thought he pushed it gently enough.
I think there's too much premeditation by batsmen at times, though, Roshan, don't you think? There's some bad balls that just don't get punished enough, I believe.
But also, I think in fairness, the innovations that have come into this game, the tilt scoop, the reverse, the switch hit, I mean, amazing shots, never heard before. Coaches 20 years ago would have died watching it.
I mean, since Roshan is here, we used to see all these players coming out of Sri Lanka. They'd all come out of school, cricket and whatever, and they'd all bat straight. They'd all look so correct. I mean, even Aravinda De Silva was at heart a correct batsman. Wonder if that's what they're teaching young kids today. 53 for 1 after 7. The coach is Chandika Hathurasinghe. Sneak a single in as well. And therefore, no surprise that they've spoken Sinhalese to Gamini Silva and said, leave the grass on.
Well, you've forgotten the trainer, Mario Villavarayan. So there are 3. With Gamini, it's 4.
Let's not forget that Sri Lankan player, he's streak. He's playing really well. And he's just been signed up to, I think, is the bowling coach for Rajkot for the IPL.
Shabir Rahman's been sent up to number 3 to play shots like those. Came in after a wicket had fallen, fell rather late after a good opening partnership of 46 between Mohammad Mithun and Sharma Shakar. Still think Shakar is a better player than he lets himself be sometimes. This is Mithun. A couple of big shots. Just Sarkar, he really is a magnificent striker of the ball.
We noticed through the highlights that when batsmen try to play across the line, they get in trouble. When they actually stay side on the ball, leg side of the ball, and hit through it, a la like Virender Sehwag, it's his type of pitch to hurt someone. But when you look to try to slog it on over mid-wicket, you get yourself in trouble. Got to get your bat planes right here on this pitch with that extra bounce.
Yes. I think in its most basic form, when every kid learned to play cricket, unless there's a parent who said play straight, he always slogged over mid-wicket. This was the wicket that fell. That was Sarkar out for 21 of just 14 balls.
When the pitch is quite flat, that last shot there, last dismissal of Sarkar, well, probably would hit 9 times out of 10 over the top, but just can't quite judge the bounce right, and very hard to hit it over the top. So I like that. It's a good field. Now he's put the mid off out because it's very, very difficult to score runs on the leg side across the line. And I say that, and he hits it for 6. There you go. He knows a lot more than I, but it was a controlled shot.
Fabulous play. Lovely shot. Just dismissed it. Strong wrists. Flicked it. Timing was perfect.
Dino talks about playing predetermined cricket. I just wonder if he moved so far across, but they decided that's going there. But even if he decided that, there was a man on the boundary.
But he's not playing across the line there, is he? That's like a Tendulkar, Jacques Kallis type little flick. Pick me up. It's not a wild slog trying to just, your bat planes are really poor. So that was lovely cricket there. Beautiful shot.
And 4 fine legs inside the circle. Wasn't the cleverest ball to bowl when the fine legs in. Unless he thought the batsman was going to move across, I'll try and knock leg stump out. But it's produced another easy boundary.
It's moving inside the line, and he certainly knew where he was looking to play that shot. Behind square leg with fine leg in. And he got it perfectly in that gap.
I was watching the Indian game against the Bangladeshis, and Robert Sharma struggled a little bit early with the ball bouncing around. But then he put his head down and played cricket shots. You can't muscle the ball on these types of pitches. I think you've got to use the bowler's pace and hit through the line. Stay side on. Play cricket shots. That's where you get your runs here.
Good stop. Good stop. He's probably saved 4. 65 for 1 off rate. Most teams won't worry too much about losing a wicket in the first 8 if they're scoring above 8 and over. It's Raza. The other thing, with batting is that 6 that we saw Mithun hit. There's a man on the boundary at square leg. But in the modern game, they don't worry about that. They just back themselves to clear the fielder.
Well, they do, and these cricket bats, they've got a huge middle in them. And with all respect, the bats we used in my time last century, I can say that quite honestly, well, you struggle to clear the boundary. It's all about timing now. Got a feather on that, I think. One thing is for sure, guys, the way the T20 cricket's going, it's all about power, and your batsmen and your players must do more weights. They've got to get bigger, stronger in the arms, in the forearms particularly. And until they start to do that, they won't get the power to hit the ball for 6s and 4s down the ground.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because bat makers around the world are saying, hang on, our bats are not heavier. It's just that the forearms of the modern batsmen, the forearms and shoulders, are so much more powerful than the earlier era. Didn't quite get the length right. He thought he had it covered. And it's just that the batsmen are stronger, and so they're hitting it longer. Now, the first 4 are left-handers. It's actually a good quiz to take, and I did it with a few people. I said, tell me who the top 5 are. And I think Gale you would get. When I asked the question, Peterson was ahead of Kohli. But what it tells you is I wonder if everyone's looking at those numbers. Because Suresh Raina is acknowledged as India's top limited overs player. But David Miller at number 2, and especially Sean Marsh, who's not picked by Australia.
Every one of them's got massive biceps and forearms.
And
every one of them.
The number 1 Englishman on the list will not play for England.
There's some interesting choices. Certainly Sean Marsh is a surprise. Peterson, no surprise, though, as you say, he won't be playing for England. But Chris Gale. David Miller, I think he generates. He's a very fine T20 player, and he has a lot of power.
Where's AB de Villiers? I think you'll find the numbers are showing.
Well, he's not on the list. I don't know where he is.
The numbers are showing. The numbers tell a very different story from the perception. 70 for 1.
Are you a face painter, Harsha?
What do you think, Dino?
That'll be a no. Let's have a look. Was this out? No, just outside. Look at the bounce, though, folks, for an Asian pitch. spinners are doing a good job. Even though this pitch thinks, oh, it's nipping around, it's harder for the batsman to score off the quicks. I still think the spinners do a great job here, even though it's not ripping square, or it's not really, but it's the bounce that's upsetting the batsman a little bit.
Fielder should take that catch easily. So spinner does pick up a wicket. And at the end of Sher-e-Rahman sent up to number 3 to get a move on. That's all right, young man. It's only a wicket. He's gone for 6. And Bangladesh have lost a second wicket. It's 72 for 2 in the 10th over. He's a wonderful young player, Mustafizur Rahim. He's been around for a while, but started so young. What's the number you like to add after 150, 160? They talk about adding averages and strike rates, but he gets a 30 plus, which is a good indicator once every 2.5 innings. What was he doing the other day at number 5 or number 6? In fact, I think Shakib came up above him.
Well, he's a player that hits a lot of balls all over the place, and here he just didn't quite got it. He got himself out of the shape of that. It almost popped out through the fingers too there, didn't it? Had a little look.
It's amazing, isn't it? Because the cameras have become so powerful. They tell you more about catches than we ever knew.
For a moment I thought he cleared it, but yes, he just got it in the toe of the bat. Couple of runs here. In fact, just a single. They might
only
come
one
back.
of them wanted the second. Luckily the throw went to the striker's end. The call of no was quick enough. They want to look at the replay. They always do.
Well, talk me through the running between the wickets here. I don't mind that there's a no, but look how far he runs off the pitch. He's running extra distance again. I'm a real big one on this. Don't run in straight lines. Let's have a look here. He's knocked the bails over. So that's a bit of a no-no when you're trying to get a run out, folks. You don't do that. Mind you, there's still one bail on, I think. And there's the other one pops out there. So I don't know really why they went upstairs for that, to be honest.
What it did is it told you why having these LED bails is such a good idea. Excellent over, 3 runs and a wicket. It's 73 for 2. There's one more. Oh, there's one more ball to go. I thought it's the end of the over. Mithun will take the single and keep strike. 70. Where are we now? 74.
Well, this is where the third umpire is going to come in, because we've got reports here with our scorers that 6 have been bowled. So this is where the third umpire's got to call it. We've got a problem here because now the umpires...
Worry about the cross-barred shots. Got jammed just a little bit, but a single nevertheless. Now he'll be critical to the cause, Mushfiq. loads of experience. They need another partnership. The last half has got to be as impressive as the first one. What do you think, boys?
Absolutely. And he's in a good position. He's got 10 overs really to get in, or 9 overs to get himself in there. But he's not known to be a massive power player. He knows how to manipulate sweeps and reverses. Got Mahmudullah still in the shed to come in. He plays a lot of reverse sweeps, and there's another shot they like. The ball coming onto the bat so they can square cut it and use the pace.
Yeah, he's been batting really well, Mohammad Mithun. His shot selections has to be good, and he's shown that he's capable of piercing the gap once he gets an opportunity. It's a good shot, waited, played late and found the gap. You mentioned about Mushfiqur Rahim, but don't forget that the man on screen, Mithun, also moved on to 47. Will be mighty important for Bangladesh if they are thinking of scoring 160 or more.
Gone. I think that's a run out. I'm not too sure whether that's a stump or not. I was never good at it, so I'm just going to confer here. We've got. I'm going to throw it up to Dean Jones here.
Was he attempting a run? And he was. He hit the ball, he started to run and realised that it has to be a run out in my interpretation of the game. So there it is. Off he goes. He's played pretty well. Mithun, 47 from 41. It's 81 for 3.
.900 runs. Goodish average for a batsman who bats in the middle order. 1130 plus.
Also the highest wicket taker and the run getter for Bangladesh in this format, Shakib Hasan. A lot will depend on him.
Classy. Something about left-handers, isn't it, Rameez? They just look a lot better than right-handers.
Come boys, come boys!
Yeah, here's another view of that run out. Yeah, not knowing where the ball was, just ran aimlessly. It was run out. And Bangladesh losing wicket just at the wrong time. Two new batsmen out there, so they need to get going again. Bit of a rebuilding phase. Yeah, left-handers, there's this languid elegance about them. 83 for 3.
तिरुपति में अब नए मंदिर बन रहे हैं। देश का कोना कोना बदल रहा है और हम गर्व के साथ इस बदलाव का हिस्सा बन रहे हैं। अब कोना कोना कोटक, कोटक महिंद्रा बैंक।
है ये जश्न विमल के 25 सालों के रिश्तों का, और अभी तो ये सिर्फ शुरुआत है। विमल पान मसाला, दाने दाने में केसर का दम।
Mithun run out just at the wrong time. Sarkar got 21 now. A lot of good news about Sabir and his ability to bat. He's a good talent. Then it's up to Mushfiq and Shakib Hasan really now to make sure that Bangladesh end on a high.
Now the big question is for me, gentlemen, why would you take the spin off? The spin have done a great job here at the moment, so Bangladesh are on top and rightly so, are in a good position here to launch them 10 runs and over. They get 163. I've got no problem with that. Why would you take the spin off who have done a good job for you?
Yeah, the ball has gripped and spun. It's not that it's been barrel straight. There's something in it for the spinners, but we see a medium pacer now coming on to bowl, and he beats him straight away with a good length delivery. I think it's also important for the fast bowlers to keep it simple on a pitch like this, because at times you see a bit of green and you get excited about it. You try to do too many things. Just hit the deck, hit the good length area and try to swing it, not look for heroics.
There's a new buzzword for that in coaches' philosophy now, Rameez. Outskill them. Bowl your outswingers, bowl your cutters. Back your skills.
Hit him high on the thigh. It offers extra bit of spice and nip to the medium paces, and so as a batsman you're never in, because two balls will come at a regular height and then something will happen out of this track. Now a lot of good length stuff. 82.6.
That is very, very important here on these pitches. It's happened right through all the games here, fellas, hasn't it? In regards to if you hit the good length consistently, most batsmen find it hard to hit boundaries, particularly if you bowl a lot of balls on line. Give a bit of width, you get hurt a little bit, but the length is very important for the pacers here on this deck.
Oh, caught behind. He's gone. That's another massive blow. Mushfiq can be deadly dangerous, and so it's a very good change by UAE, bringing on a pacer, and he's paid rich dividends. The crowds are unhappy because Mushfiq could have been so useful for Bangladesh at this stage. It's gone for 4. It's 83 for 4 Bangladesh.
नेहा, मोबाइल का बिल पेमेंट।
हमारा यही प्रॉब्लम है, अपना काम अपने आप कोई नहीं करता। आइडिया, समय आइडिया ऐप, अपने ऐप। My idea app. What an idea.
इंडिया, अब अपना काम करो अपने ऐप। अभी डाउनलोड कीजिए माई आइडिया ऐप और पाइए 1 GB तक मोबाइल इंटरनेट।
This is what guys do to try to get every hair. This is what we do. New Gillette with FlexBall technology makes maximum contact and gets virtually every hair. Gillette.
है ये जश्न विमल के 25 सालों के रिश्तों का, और अभी तो ये सिर्फ शुरुआत है। विमल पान मसाला, दाने दाने में केसर का दम।
Current run rate stuck at 6.64, 6.5. That's been the normal pattern of progress. Mahmudullah has got loads of talent. Average of 28, 279 runs, and needs to deliver. 4 wickets down in the 13th over. Not a great position, but Shakib Hasan will have to come to Bangladesh's rescue, I guess. Use his experience and class and quality and not worry about the extra bounce. Just somehow get it out of his system. But this is a toughie for the batsman. This pitch clearly is a tough one. Slip in a gully in place.
Yeah, look at that figures. Last 21 balls, 22 balls, 3 for 13. Outstanding effort from the UAE bowlers. And look at that extra bounce that he extracts. The strong bloke hits the deck hard and gets that extra edge when he gets that ball that high. Surprises the batsman with his pace, and is a big wicket, really big wicket for UAE. Similar stuff happened yesterday. After 9 overs, Sri Lanka were none for 68, and all of a sudden they picked up 3 wickets for 25 runs.
That's the tough bit, because you can understand wickets falling with the new ball on a fresh pitch, but wickets falling in the middle of the innings when the charge is usually on. So a fielding side can make a comeback on this pitch anytime. So you've got to have that self-belief and confidence.
Yeah, it's the next 5 overs where they picked up, and look at the lines that he has bowled Naveed today. He bowled just a single over, was change ends, and then came back again, and then straight away in the business area picking up a wicket. Yeah, the next 5 overs they picked up 3 wickets, giving a 25 run. That happened between 10 overs and 14. Similar situation.
13th over turns out to be a wicket maiden. Marvelous, 83 for 4.
न्यूट्री चॉइस डाइजेस्टिव बाकी बिस्किट से हेल्थियर है। ब्रिटानिया ने ये बोलने को कहा। मैंने पूछा हेल्थियर कैसे? दे सेड ये फाइबर से भरा है। आई सेड मैं क्यों मानूं? दे सेड हमारी मत मानो, खुद ट्राई करो। पता है I can actually feel the fiber. Britannia Nutri Choice Digestive. Feel the fiber in every bite. पर मेरी मत मानो, खुद ट्राई करके देखो।
Bit of off spin for the left-hander to deal with. I think you've got to fall back on your technique really to be a good batsman on this track.
I think the fact that if you get a start, you've got to bat right through to the 16th, 17th over, and all of a sudden it does get a little bit easier in the last 4 overs. Even, I know it's weird, but even UAE, who batted atrocious last night, if they had wickets in hand, they might have had a chance in the last 4 overs. So now what are they looking at? 10 runs and over, 150. It averages round about that here anyway in most games here in Dhaka, Mirpur. So, 150, 155. But it's wickets in hand. Well, once they get in, they're fine, but it's just difficult to get in.
Yeah, someone like Rohit Sharma, the way he batted, set up a really good example how to bat back through. Initially survive the period where the ball is moving, darting around a bit, and then when you're set, then you can carry on. He took his time early on, and then he opened the shoulders and started playing shots. But then again, that's the point that we are trying to make, is when you're set, you don't throw your wicket away. It is getting difficult, especially for the ones who've just come on to bat, both these batsmen.
That's the second run in the last 11 balls.
I like Mahmudullah. You nearly picked him up for the Islamabad team for the PSL, but more importantly, I know there's a couple of BBL teams are looking at him. Pretty important tournament for him. At the end of the over, 85 for 4.
ये मॉल नहीं है मार्केट है ये गुड फॉर द पॉकेट है 3000 का स्मार्टफोन और 100 रुपए का चार्जर है टिक 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 क्लॉक है और ट्रिम 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 ट्रिमर है ये मॉल नहीं है मार्केट है ये गुड फॉर द पॉकेट है
शॉपक्लूज की कॉन्फिडेंस मार्केट के दाम डिंग से लेके टोंग डिंग से लेके डोंग सब कुछ ऑन shopcluse.com।
आज स्पेशल डे है ना कुछ स्पेशल लगा
फॉग का सेंट
पेश है फॉग सेंट स्पेशल मौकों के लिए खास फॉग सेंट
8 and over 133, 10 and over 145. Well, for 10 and over to happen, Shakib really will have to play well. What a good shot that is. That's gone flat and for 6. Incredible strike. Against the run of plays, middle one over mid-wicket for a strong 6.
This lad can play. There's a lot of people very interested to see how he plays right throughout this whole tournament and the World Cup. He got a couple of hundreds in the World Cup back in Australia last year. And the guy's got a good bat swing, and look at that. That's power. This guy is a serious cricketer.
Yeah, he muscles it, doesn't he? Picks the length very early and hits it. Fantastic shot from Mahmudullah, Riyad. They love it. 6 of the very first over, delivery of the next over. Rather this over, will certainly get them into some kind of momentum. You mentioned 2 runs in the previous 12 deliveries. They got to get in and step on the accelerator here.
I think as this tournament progresses further, the crowds will also understand the value of rotation of strike. The singles and the twos right now very keen to see the ball muscle for 4 and 6. But I think to survive on a track like this, it's so important to rotate the strike, get your singles.
The key to it, 100% right, Ramesh, because good players know how to keep good balls out for 1. Dropping the ball on the leg side or offside and quickly get a 1. Like there. That's very good batting. It's a difficult ball. It nipped back, but he found a way to get a 1.
Was good stuff from UAE. Sarkar looked good, 21 from 14 on a toughie. He made batting look easy. Then Sabir was caught in the boundary rope. He's got fair bit of talent. Then a needless run out of a set batsman, Mithun. 47 from 41, and then caught behind was Mishfiq. The ball bouncing at just a little bit more than his expectations. That's more like it. Just keep the scoreboard rotating, the scorecard rotating. It's so important because you'll seize on a loose ball and then you can hit it for a 4 or 6. But in the meantime, let the engine run.
Yeah, with the left-hand, right-hand combination in the middle, they should be able to rotate the strike. It just the bowler just changes the line once you see the different batsmen. Chances of winning just coming back. It going in favor of a UAE, 48%, 52 for Bangladesh, but if they can have a good one in the next 4 or 5 overs, surely it can get better.
Can 48% and 52% be called 50-50?
I'd go against that graph after what I watched last night from UAE's batsmen. Their major problem is that they play too many big shots and not learning how to rotate the strike and getting ones and twos. So I think once they get over 125, I think that's getting too far away from them.
But don't forget, this is a better pitch to bat on. It's not that sort of movement that we saw earlier on in the previous matches.
After 15, 4 down for 94.
इसीलिए भारतीय एक्सा के डेडिकेटेड क्लेम्स हैंडलर आपके क्लेम सेटलमेंट प्रोसेस को सरल बनाने में आपकी मदद करेंगे। भारतीय एक्सा, सुरक्षा का नया नजरिया।
है ये जश्न विमल के 25 सालों के रिश्तों का, और अभी तो ये सिर्फ शुरुआत है। विमल पान मसाला, दाने दाने में केसर का दम।
आज स्पेशल डे है ना, कुछ स्पेशल लगा।
फॉग का सेंट
पेश है फॉग सेंट, स्पेशल मौकों के लिए खास। फॉग
Shakib, Hasan and Mahmudullah. So Raza Ahmed will bowl out, the first of 5 bowlers, each of whom has an over left. So we're going to get a different bowler each over for the last 5. Previous Lakshman joins me. There's been grass on this track, and I'll tell you what, spinners have bowled really well.
Yes, Raza, even yesterday he bowled really well against Sri Lanka, giving away just 17 runs in 4 overs. But what a comeback for UAE. The last few overs just giving away 11 runs and picking 3 wickets.
Because they need 45, 50 in the last 5. And they've got the cricketers to do it, unless there's something about the surface that's not apparent from here. Because 120, 130, they struggled. They played poorly against Sri Lanka. But if they put up a decent batting performance, if Bangladesh only make 125, 130, they'll struggle.
Yeah, Bangladesh will be looking to get close to 150. A lot will depend on Mahmudullah, because he's timing the ball well since the time he's come to bat. But Shakib yet to find his rhythm. He's been the batsman out of form. But that 6 of Amjad Javed from Mahmudullah was fantastic to see. And this is what Bangladesh should be focusing on, is if they're not getting the big shots, at least rotate the strike, which will put pressure on the bowlers.
Just wonder if the scoreboard pressure will get to them after a while. This over, only 3 runs from it. There it did. He literally dragged it from way outside off for just 2.
Yes, and Shakib realizes that he has to play those shots. But this was the 6 I was talking about. There was no deep square leg, so he had no risk playing that shot. But how beautiful did he time that?
Well, he plays the shot again, and I just wonder whether they're starting to think, hang on, we've got too few on the board. And in spite of a couple of leg buys, it will be what, 7 of the over. It's 101 for 4.
The memories that we hold dear are the ones that we make here. Can we take some time to show that we care? Do we even have a moment to share?
Many things make the complete man. Making moments to cherish is one of them. Raymond, the complete man.
है ये जश्न विमल के 25 सालों के रिश्तों का, और अभी तो ये सिर्फ शुरुआत है। विमल पान मसाला, दाने दाने में केसर का दम।
Just waiting to see VVS Lakshman do that one day.
I'll definitely do that, Asha, provided you are partnering me.
I think I'm more likely than you are. Right, Mustafa comes along. Shehzad rather. Mohammad Shehzad, he's been a little expensive. 3 overs, 1 for 28. He's bowling his full quota of overs because they're playing a bowler short today with Kadir not playing. And given that, they've done pretty well, but they need to end strong here because there's 2 quality batsmen in for Bangladesh.
Also, I thought Mithun batted really well. Someone who's come in place of Tamim Iqbal right from the start, showed great rhythm. Was very poised, didn't focus at hitting the ball hard, concentrated on timing. But some of the shots square of the wicket was fantastic to see. And this was probably the best. He would be disappointed to get out on 47. Was all set to get a big score.
Yes, and she realized in retrospect we needed him to. Now here's something for you. Mahmudullah 12 from 14 is it a 6, which means he's not moving the strike around a lot. The other 13 balls have produced 6. Shakib Hasan 8 from 10. It's 3 overs and 4 balls. There's 22 deliveries left. They need to get 45 in those. Well, that's one way of getting the boundary.
Very lucky. Should have gone easily onto the stumps. But this is the luck Bangladesh require. Very streaky shot from Shakib, taking the inside edge, just beating the wicketkeeper Swapnil. They require a move on.
Well, they're both capable of, but at the moment the timing's a bit all over the place. I think he premeditated. Oh, I think he's actually bowled a decent ball, given that the batsman had set himself up to play that shot. I guess the umpire's got no choice. How far exactly does this go? Oh, well over, it's all right.
That was well over and the right call from the umpire. But like yesterday, the UAE bowlers are sticking to basics, not giving too much of width, and that is why the batsmen are struggling to rotate the strike, which is very good bowling.
They'll want to keep Bangladesh down to 130. Bangladesh will be very, very disappointed if they only get there from where they are now. Shot. There's a fielder there though, it's well stopped. He's safe too. Farhat playing today has saved a couple of runs for the UAE.
Is trying for the wide Yorker. Well, again, excellent timing from Mahmudullah, but great effort. And this is what you want as a bowler. Effort from your fielders. Every run saved will be a huge bonus.
Just short. Rohan Mustafa, the fielder there. Just wonder if they targeted that over. They didn't. Well, they got 9 runs from it. 10 in fact. It's 111 for 4 with 3 left.
ये मॉल नहीं है मार्केट है ये गुड फॉर द पॉकेट है 3000 का स्मार्टफोन और 100 रुपए का चार्जर है टिक 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 क्लॉक है और ट्रिम 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 ट्रिमर है मॉल नहीं है मार्केट है ये गुड फॉर द पॉकेट है
शॉपक्लूज की कॉन्फिडेंस मार्केट के दाम डिंग से लेके टोंग डिंग से लेके डोंग सब कुछ on shopclues.com.
I feel special now I feel special now I feel special now
Fog scent. Feel special. Be special.
Shakib at the moment is Mahmudullah. I think Bangladesh want Mahmudullah on strike as much as possible. He's looking a little more confident than Shakib. Now the captain comes on to bowl number 18. Amjad Javed, he's been expensive today. 3 overs for 32. Shehzad, 4 overs for 38. Just tells you how well the others have bowled. 2 of those have been spinners. Good ball.
Yeah, it's a very good start. This last over, Amjad Javed also very impressed with his captaincy. The moment the set batsman Mithun got out, a good yorker from Amjad Javed. The moment Mithun got out and 2 new batsmen were at the crease, he got in Mohammad Naveed with the intent of picking up wickets, and he didn't disappoint. And also he had an attacking field. He had a slip, he had a gully, and fielders inside the 30-yard circle. And that's really good captaincy, considering that the amount of matches he captained for UAE is not much.
Oh, he's bowled him. Now, Shakib is looking at that and saying, was there a question of height on that one? And I think the umpire wants to take a look at it. Shakib looked nonplussed, not for the first time in this innings. Remember, full toss above waist high, irrespective of the pace of the ball, is not on. Just think it's one of those things. The umpire's got to take a call. First thing, you got to look at the front foot, though. The moment you go in for a... when you want to look at the replay, it's fine. The umpire seemed to indicate it was on a downward path, and that happens so many times. Oh, I think they're only looking at... I think they're only looking at front foot, we're told. Right, so what's the decision? Out is the decision. He was only looking at the front foot on that, not on the height, which is fair. So Shakib's troubled innings is over for 13 on a full toss, and Bangladesh are in trouble now. 1-1-2 for 5 in the 18th over.
है ये जश्न विमल के 25 सालों के रिश्तों का, और अभी तो ये सिर्फ शुरुआत है। विमल पान मसाला, दाने दाने में केसर का दम।
और जनाब, क्या चल रहा है?
हिंदुस्तान में तो फॉग चल रहा है।
सोचिए मत, क्योंकि बिना गैस वाला फॉग ही है इंडिया का नंबर 1 परफ्यूम बॉडी स्प्रे।
Dropped a catch, just looked out of sorts.
And that shows that even to the most experienced players, confidence plays a huge role.
Nurul Hasan is a new batsman. You're wondering why he's got Sohan on the back. They use a lot of nicknames here in Bangladesh. Now he's the keeper. His coach thinks he's the best keeper in the land. We were very impressed when he saw Liton Das last time we were here. He's been slightly out of form, we are told. So first ball for Nurul Hasan. Right, he's gone for it straight away. And has he timed it well enough to reach the fielder? He has. First ball. Well, 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 yes indeed. That's what a lot of people in Bangladesh think, lady. Nurul Hasan has gone first ball. Tariq takes the catch. And the captain's on a hat-trick, and Bangladesh in deeper trouble. 1-1-2 for 6.
This is what guys do to try to get every hair. This is what we do. New Gillette with FlexBall technology makes maximum contact and gets virtually every hair. Gillette.
है ये जश्न विमल के 25 सालों के रिश्तों का, और अभी तो ये सिर्फ शुरुआत है। विमल पान मसाला, दाने दाने में केसर का दम।
स्टैंडर्ड दीवारें आपका इंप्रेशन फीका ना कर दें, इसीलिए नेरोलाइक इंप्रेशंस के HD कलर्स लगाइए और घर के साथ अपना भी इंप्रेशन बढ़ाइए।
The strike rate's 140, Mashraf Murtaza. This is the non-striker's end. And I don't think he'd ever had a word with his wicket keeper. If he had a word with the outgoing batsman, it would have been ringing in his ears all evening. So for the hat-trick ball, it's Mahmudullah. Only 4 before this, and will stay on 4.
But Bangladesh in all sort of trouble. 130 for 6. And this is how Nurul Hasan got out. A brilliant catch from Tariq. Running in front, never easy. But really jazzed the ball well.
Yeah, batsman on the boundary at field on the boundary at long on. Fahad Tariq picked in the side today. He's played his part. I thought he fielded beautifully at the far end of the ground a little while ago as well. Gee, what an over this is. His first 3 overs cost him 32 runs. All along, Bangladesh were up, especially when the period when they got that good start. Now it's showing UAE 60% chance of winning. Gee, we were told previous when we came here that Bangladesh are not a great T20 side. And we said, no, that's not possible. It's such a fast improving one-day side, and they've got all the talent. You can see now that's why they have that reputation. Below Afghanistan on the rankings. 2 of the over, 2 wickets, 2 overs left. It's 1-1-3 for 6.
ये मॉल नहीं है मार्केट है ये गुड फॉर द पॉकेट है 3000 का स्मार्टफोन और 100 रुपए का चार्जर है टिक 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 क्लॉक है और ट्रिम 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 ट्रिमर है मॉल नहीं है मार्केट है ये गुड फॉर द पॉकेट
शॉप क्लूज की कॉन्फिडेंस मार्केट के दाम डिंग से लेके टोंग डिंग से लेके डोंग सब कुछ ऑन shopclues.com.
One 3 for 6 in 18 overs. Look at the start. Mithun 47, Sarkar 21, and then well, expectations not quite met now. Mahmudullah has got to take them to 135, 130, 135. Naveed with the 19th. The spinner will bowl the 20th.
That's a disappointing looking batting card for Bangladesh. This is how Soumya Sarkar got out, trying to clear the mid-on fielder, but straight to Amjad. Sabir trying to clear the mid-wicket, but very good catch, well-judged catch by Tariq. And this great presence of mind from Swapnil, the wicket-keeper.
Right, straight to the fielder. That is an excellent catch. Tariq Fahad again completes the catch. Fahad Tariq completes the catch. I'll tell you what, it hit very hard. It wasn't an easy catch to take. But the captain is gone as well. How far are Bangladesh going to go here? 114 for 7 in the 19th.
है ये जश्न विमल के 25 सालों के रिश्तों का, और अभी तो ये सिर्फ शुरुआत है. विमल पान मसाला, दाने दाने में केसर का दम.
I feel special now. I feel special now. Feel special now.
Fog scent. Feel special. Be special.
Micromax Asia Cup T20 2016. India versus Pakistan. Tomorrow at 6 p.m. live on the Star Sports Network and Hotstar.
Taskin Ahmed, he can tonk the ball. Bowls fast, right-handed, left-hand batsman. The captain is gone too. Put Mahmudullah back in strike. Taskin is the man in strike at the moment, but Bangladesh of the next 10 balls, they need Mahmudullah to face 7 or 8 at least.
Yeah, they will be disappointed with their batting effort. Last 8 balls, they just got 3 runs and lost 3 wickets. And that's great bowling effort from the UAE bowlers, putting all sort of pressure on the Bangladeshi batsman here. An off-cutter from Mohammad Navid, struck hard by Murtaza, but how good has been Tariq in the field. 3 catches for him. This is probably the toughest and the best.
If you're watching it on the replay and you're wondering what we're on about and think, gee, it went straight to him. It was hit very hard and just seemed to swerve away from him. Well, the last thing they wanted was a run out, but he's achieved his objective. He's put Mahmudullah in strike, but they've only got another 8 balls to play with now, Bangladesh.
This is how Mushfiqur got out, beaten by the bounce. Not too wide to play the cut shot, and Shakib didn't at all see the full toss from Amjad Javed, and then Nurul. First ball, brilliant catch from Tariq, and this one, Murtaza. Again brilliantly caught by Fahad Tariq. They've been outstanding in the field, the UAE fielders. They were not able to take some half chances in this initial phase of the Bangladeshi batting. But then great comeback.
Right, what do they do now here? Mahmudullah 18 from 20 is the last ball of the over. There's a spinner, an off spinner who's going to bowl the last over. You want the right-hander in strike. So he needs the single here. Does he go for the big shot? Does he just say, okay, let me stay in strike for the last over? I think it's important he faces the first ball of the last over, Mahmudullah. Watch out for a run out, though. Sometimes you want to steal a single, you forget the run out. It's well played. Picked his spot really well. That's a single that might turn out to be important. 116 for 7.
Galaxy A, the new flaunt. Magnificent metal body. Stunning glass back. Galaxy A 2016 edition.
Now, most often we look above the x-axis, look below here. That's the problem for Bangladesh. It's those little bricks below the x-axis, that's the problem. That is a fine shot. That is the reason that Mahmudullah had to be in strike against the off-spinner bowling the 20th over. 120 for 7 now.
Very delicately played by Mahmudullah. Rohan Mustafa trying to bowl the Yorker. This has to be a big over for Bangladesh. This can be a difference between 125 and 135. That extra 10 runs will give them the momentum.
Now the call is for 2, and that's well played again. 2 is easily taken. He's a young man, Tuscan. All he has to do is run hard and ensure he's at the non-strikers end. Even if it means getting run out and putting Mahmudullah back on strike, that's fine. Keep saying it could well come back to that single. Then UAE needed to keep Mahmudullah off strike. He's already got 4 and 2. But VVS is spot on. They get 130 plus. It'll just change things. No timing on that. Can Tuscan come back for 2 easily?
And this is good batting from Mahmudullah. Good bowling from Rohan Mustafa, firing in to deliveries right in the block hole. But even though he's not getting to play the big shots, he's looking to rotate the strike, keep himself on strike, which will be the important thing for Bangladesh at the moment. Already got 8 runs from the first 3 balls. Will he play the big shot, clear the rope?
I saw some numbers about the impact of spinners in T20 cricket recently, and every over from the 1st to the 19th, the spinners' economy rate is better than the fast bowlers, except the 20th. And it's a spinner bowling the 20th. I think he gambled with Naveed to try and get Mahmudullah out in the previous over. I think he should run him out. No doubt in my mind, he should run him out. The batsman is the non-striker wants to come back for the second, which means every inch he gets is valuable. He's trying to steal 6 inches there. Now he'll stay any better. Now he's connected on that one for 6. Well played, Mahmudullah.
Yeah, this is a shot we were talking about. And the batsman who's capable of doing that is Mahmudullah. He's in strike. Picking the spot. Timing the ball to perfection with the turn.
.130. Now the fielder falls well short. Now Thaskin's got to come back for a second, shouldn't he? And they make the second. Exactly what I said. It's going to be a question of inches coming back. The non-striker has to stay inside the crease. Don't believe in all these warnings. If he's going to come back for a second, run him out. But here the young man, he's come charging back. And Mahmudullah has done magnificently here for Bangladesh in this last over.
Again trying to clear the fence. Finding the long off fielder, but good presence of mind from young Taskin Ahmed. Could have been run out, but it doesn't matter as long as Mahmudullah is on strike. Can he play the big shot? Good ball. Probably will convert this into 2.
It should be out on that one. The umpire will just take a look to see if it was clean. But as a run could be important here. 17 definitely in the last over, could be 18. And Mahmudullah has just allowed Bangladesh to smile a little bit as they go into the break. Now let's see if Taskin has come back. It could come back to the single. When exactly do the bails come off? I think he's gone. The only thing you got to check is whether the hands broke the stumps. I think he's out. So just a single from it, but still 17 came of it. Taskin did what he had to, just come running back for the second. Hope for the single, hope for the extra run there. So Bangladesh 133 for 8, and that last over just give them a little chance. They've got a little more to defend now.
Tata Motors T1 Prima Truck Racing goes to the next level. Season 3, March 20th, Buddh Circuit.
This broadcast is co-presented by MagicBricks.com, Vimal Pan Masala, and ShopClues.com in association with Raymond, Samsung Gear S2, Gillette FlexBall, My Idea app, Seat SUV tires, Ghana.com, Bharti Exa, and Britannia. Good day.
Wickets. The spinners did a fantastic job, especially Raza. 4 overs for 17. Rohan was good in the first 3 overs, but in the last over considered 17 runs.
So eventually it's 133 for 8. Let's go down and listen to Heat Streak.
Well, I got Heat Streak here. Bangladesh bowling coach, former Zimbabwe captain, fast bowler. You reckon you got enough runs on the board, Streaky?
Yeah, I hope so. We're going to have to bowl well. We gave ourselves a little bit of a target at the end. At one stage, I thought maybe 120. So, yeah, we'll take 134, but we're going to have to bowl really well.
Whom do you reckon are going to be the key factors in the Bangladesh bowling defending this course, especially looking at the way Lasith Malinga spearheaded the Sri Lankan bowling yesterday?
Yeah, I think everyone is going to have to play their part. Obviously, the guys up front who start us off, we're going to have to try and get early wickets and put a bit of pressure on them. So everyone's going to have to play their part, including the fielders. I think it's going to be one of those games where we can't afford any drop chances. Yeah.
Talk about the Bangladesh fast bowling depth. Very impressive young fast bowlers coming through.
Yeah, it's been great. Youngsters like Tuscan and Mustafizur, obviously Mashrafi, a lot of experience, and he uses that well. You know, so it's really been enjoyable. And Alameen's been bowling nicely as well, so enjoying it at the moment, and hopefully they can do a job tonight.
Thank you, Shriki. Thanks for your time. Enjoy the rest of the game.
Thank you.
Just wonder if it'll come down to ball number 18.6. The single, we'll wait and see. They've got 134 to play with here. Bangladesh. UAE need to score at 6.7 runs and over. It's a little stiffer than it would have been.
Quite recently I got selected, but till a few months ago I couldn't even imagine that I would reach this far. Because I was underweight, everyone used to tease me. They used to call me Mr. Wafer. Thank you Enduramas. You gave me the right weight and made my life.
Enduramas. More weight, more trust. Now in a cool new pack.
Hey Sonakshi, क्या लग रही हो?
Morning tonight, ऐसे ही हूँ.
चलते रहो. Morning tonight, come on everybody, let's party with Flight.
Flight, इसमें है style.
आपका बेटा कैसी कैसी कहानियां बना रहा है? जरा डैडी को पढ़ के सुनाओ तो.
A day out with my dad. We went driving in a car and climbed the biggest hill. And then we were driving upside down. And then we drove to a beautiful lake. And a huge sea monster smiled at me. And then we climbed the tallest mountain in the world.
Great story, son.
Our Grip. Your stories. See it. SUV tires.
More weight, more trust. Now in a cool new pack.
ये मॉल नहीं है मार्केट है ये गुड फॉर द पॉकेट है 3000 का स्मार्टफोन और 100 रुपए का चार्जर है क्लॉक है और ट्रिमर है मॉल नहीं है मार्केट है ये गुड फॉर द पॉकेट है
शॉप क्लूज की कॉन्फिडेंस मार्केट के दाम डिंग से लेके टोंग डिंग से लेके डोंग सब कुछ on shopclues.com.
This is what guys do to try to get every hair. This is what we do. New Gillette with FlexBall technology. Makes maximum contact and gets virtually every hair. Gillette.
Hey Sonakshi, क्या लग रही हो?
Morning tonight, ऐसे ही हूँ.
चलते रहो. Morning tonight, come on everybody, let's party with Flight.
Flight, इसमें है style.
Shipra's marriage proposals weren't materializing.
No one said it directly, but the real reason was her underweight physique. Back.
स्टार स्पोर्ट्स प्रो कबड्डी में कल के 2 मैचेस बेंगलुरु बुल्स वर्सेस पुणेरी पल्टन, दबंग दिल्ली वर्सेस बंगाल वॉरियर्स शाम 7:50 पर स्टार स्पोर्ट्स नेटवर्क और हॉटस्टार पर.
It's been another good bowling performance from the UAE bowlers. As far as batting is concerned, Mithun not top of the order, getting 47 of 41 and giving momentum at the end. Mahmudullah 36 of just 27. Looking at the partnerships here, especially the first wicket between Mithun and Sarkar, 46 of just 34. Started off really well, but then Sarkar lost his wicket. But Mithun, the main man in that partnership, saw some really big hits from both these batsmen. Very impressive again. Look at that bowling figure from Raza. Again, 4 overs 17. It was 4 overs 14 yesterday. Wickets for Naved and Amjad, couple of them. Shahzad and Rohan picking up a wicket apiece. So target for UAE now is 134
They need to get that in 120 deliveries. That means 20 overs at the rate of 6.7 runs per over.
This broadcast is co-presented by ShopClues.com, MagicBricks.com, and Vimal Pan Masala in association with Raymond, Samsung Gear S2, Gillette FlexBall, My Idea app, Seat SUV tires, Ghana.com, Bharti Exa, and Britannia. Good day.
बहुत सड़क छान ली, अब दुनिया को धूल चटाना है। गांव या शहर को नहीं, दुनिया को पीछे छोड़ना है। दुनिया इतने बल से जीत तो बलजीत की ही होगी। पत्थरों पर तो खूब चलाया है, अब दुनिया के सामने चलाएंगे।
Now for the first time, watch Indian truck drivers race the best truck India has known on the global stage. Tata Motors T1 Primer Truck Racing. Let's go trucking. March 20th, Budh Circuit.
कैंट से पानी हो 100% प्योर और हेल्दी भी।
कैंट में है बेस्ट प्योरिफिकेशन, RO, UV और TDS कंट्रोलर से।
कैंट दे सबसे शुद्ध पानी मिनरल्स के साथ।
Bangladesh have taken the field. And have a look at this six here. The last over from Mahmudullah. Huge hit over mid-wicket. But what happened after that? It landed on PD, our floor manager. Roshan, you weren't too far from there, were you?
I saw it coming. I didn't want to be a hero trying to catch it. So the best thing was to move away. I was not Dean Jones.
But that was good. But unfair, Roshan. You should have caught that one.
No chance. No chance.
Yeah, strong fellow PD there. But a big effort required from the Bangladeshis here. The first few overs going to be the key here. Talking about yesterday, UAE lost quite a few wickets in the first six. 4 of them, in fact, lost the way in the first 6 itself. But got an opportunity here. Rohan, Mustafa and Kaleem to make amends.
Kaleem there, not a great strike rate. He's only played 7 games, so cutting some slack here. But Bangladesh played over 50 games, T20 games now. Never defended anything under 145, 146. So
Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yalla UAE.
Here we go. Taskeen the bowler and Rohan Mustafa on strike. Got out first delivery yesterday. But as we mentioned, the opening partnership is going to be very, very important for UAE. Taskeen to bowl with 2 slips.
See, I'll be very interested to see the approach of the UAE batsmen. What they've learned, the positives that they have taken out of the Sri Lankan game. Let's not forget that losing wickets in those first 10 overs really pushed them back. And the way they look to attack the Sri Lankan bowling, I feel that was the giveaway. Now, how would they approach this target? Just 134. It's not a target where you need 6s and 4s all the time. I mean, singles and 2s would be good enough.
I think the key to it is just play cricket shots. Don't get yourself out of shape. Don't try to slog it. And obviously, he wasn't in the same team meeting as I was. No, that's just silly batting. He made a duck yesterday, first ball gozzer. And now good skills running down the pitch. Wasn't even watching the ball. Look, the head's up in the air. He's lucky his stumps are still there.
just the second delivery. Now that he's been around for a while, he knows how the ball's behaving or the pitch is behaving. He's got an opportunity. He's got to make it count. Outside edge and a drop catch. Soumya Sarkar, the fielder. Rohan Mustafa opens his account with that single.
Why is it when a fieldsman drops the catch, he always looks at his hands? Happens all the time. Let's have a look. What's happened here? Outside edge. Didn't watch it into the hands. Didn't watch it into the hands. Healthy neck. Carried. Amazing camera work from our boys here. And that's just poor fielding.
Human nature, Dino. They look to blame somebody. In that case, they're blaming their hands.
Yeah, the placement wasn't right. Yeah, that should have been taken. It's a regulation catch as far as this level of cricket is concerned. And Rohan gets a reprieve here. This is what happened yesterday. Very first delivery. A judge leg before.
And even there, he wasn't watching the ball. Look at his head's fallen on the side. He's sort of like looking at the ball in a peripheral vision. He's not really looking for the rotation of the seam, is what all great batsmen do. They look at the release points. Is it forward? Is it full? Is it short? Move your feet accordingly. Really must watch length and watch the ball.
Well, Rohan obviously wasn't there in the team meeting. Nor was Kaleem.
Well, I know there should be a batting coaching job coming up soon for the UAE, the way they're going about it here. But again, he's pressed forward to a ball that was short. So the first mistake they're making is length, isn't it? So,
but I guess that's got to do with the surfaces they play most of their cricket on. This is a little different. It's definitely more bouncer on this pitcher. Let that one go. It's one without loss after the first over.
ये मॉल नहीं है मार्केट है ये गुड फॉर द पॉकेट है 100 रुपए में लॉकेट है और सूट है और जॉर्जेट है 500 की एक नोट में 600 DOSO जैकेट है मॉल नहीं है मार्केट है ये गुड फॉर द पॉकेट है
शॉपक्लूज की कॉन्फिडेंस मार्केट के दाम डिंग से लेके टोंग डिंग से लेके डोंग सब कुछ on shopclues.com.
This is what guys do to try to get every hair. This is what we do. New Gillette with FlexBall technology makes maximum contact and gets virtually every hair. Gillette.
They got another chance here, just to announce themselves.
Alamin Hussain, wicket taker he is. 23 wickets in 15 matches. Very decent economy of 7 and over. It was impressive, the game against India as well. Start off with 2 slips. It's important to see, as you mentioned before, have they learned anything from the mistakes they made yesterday? Because 134 for a target is not a huge target. Picked up a single there of the very first delivery.
The interesting thing there, boys, is that first fielding position, they threw the ball on the bounce in. I know a lot of teams try to do that, try to get the ball scratched up a little bit and all that, but on this pitch you don't want it to be scratched up. It's swinging conventionally style. Get the ball up in the air. Let's just have a look here. He picks it up. He throws it. And what's that? It's every chance they can deflect away for 4. It's a bit naughty, I must admit. Just the little things that need to... They just need some polishing at the moment, Bangladesh.
They're going back to their mistakes. Yesterday, Swapnil Patil, the innings that he played of 30-odd runs, kind of should show them the way. It's not an easy wicket to bat on, but if you're just looking at run a ball, that should be good enough for them.
I think they need a solid base here. The openers need to provide a solid base. A little bit, say 7 runs and over, 6.5 runs and over in T20 cricket is not difficult at all if you've got wickets in hand.
There you go. A wild swing and the first wicket. Kaleem going for the big one. Only managing to hit the ball with the toe of the bat. And the captain Murtaza is not going to make any mistake catching that one. Mohammad Kaleem, without opening his account, has to go. It's 2 for 1 for UAE.
ये है शर्मा परिवार। इन्हें साथ लाने में टीवी का कम और एसी का रोल ज्यादा है। सिर्फ एक ही एसी चलाएंगे, बिजली बचाएंगे।
टीवी टाइम, फैमिली टाइम।
शादी के बाद क्या क्या हुआ? शादी के बाद क्या क्या होता है?
सीटी बज गई। मैं देखती हूँ।
पूरे घर में एक ही एसी चलाना नॉट अ ग्रेट प्लान शर्मा जी। पेश है नया वोल्टास ऑल स्टार एसी। इसका स्टडी कूल कंप्रेसर आम एसी की तरह बार बार कट ऑफ नहीं होता और कम लोड में देता है ज्यादा सेविंग्स। अब एक के खर्चे में 2 एसी चलाइए।
Bright and beautiful selfie expert Oppo F1.
Oppo camera phone.
Early wickets here. Average of 23, strike rate of 121. But that again, this pitch, when we come back to this pitch, it's very important that you've got to have your basics right. On a surface like that, you can't really slog your way out of a situation. You really got to play your basics. With a straight bat, try and play in the V as much as possible with a straighter bat.
Let's have a look at his elbow there. It was like a all bottom hand, and it was a ball that should have been hit on the offside there, and he's just tried to moose it over mid-wicket. And on this type of pitch, you just can't afford to do it. I reckon the guy who played really well on this pitch, a guy like Sher-e-Bangla, he played really well here. He'd side that through point, through covers, stayed leg side of the ball, and the key to Virender was he watched it onto the bat. And I think they're worried about where the ball's going before they actually watch the impact, the ball onto the bat itself. Only little things.
Yeah, surely somebody needs to speak to these batsmen here. You hear the crowd. This good over comes to an end. 2 for 1 after 2.
The memories that we hold dear are the ones that we make here. Can we take some time to show that we care? Do we even have a moment to share?
Many things make the complete man. Making moments to cherish is one of them. Raymond, the complete man.
है ये जश्न विमल के 25 सालों के रिश्तों का, और अभी तो ये सिर्फ शुरुआत है। विमल पान मसाला, दाने दाने में केसर का दम।
Tuskin back in the action. Bowled a beautiful first over. Played it nicely. We should get 2 here, and they will.
Speaking to the Bangladesh fast bowling coach Heath Streak, he felt that Bangladesh had just enough runs, but it was important that everybody, including the fielders, play their role defending a small score. Because 134 is nothing really to talk about. And if it was not for that last over, Bangladesh would have been definitely short of a few runs. Under 6 runs and over is very gettable.
Oh, that's a good bouncer there. But a little too high, it seems. Yes, it is. Wide call.
Well, it's nearly 140 clicks. Let's have a look at it. Was it easily over the top, but look at that ball fly. Now that's hit the seam and taken off. A good effort from the young man to jump so high. He's only a little fella. Good effort.
They're coming back into the side. Another wild swing. The good part about Taskin, when Akash was speaking to him, he said he doesn't want to kind of let go of the pace. This is what he did in the last over that he bowled, the first over. Created an opportunity there. Soumya Sarkar couldn't get a hold of that. Really good first over from Taskin. That's very important as a youngster who has the ability to bowl at 140 plus. And look at that, 147, that's his fastest ball. That was the last one that he bowled. And he doesn't want to compromise. That's a good sign. Another good delivery from Taskin.
They look at all at sea, don't they, UAE? They just don't know how to get a run here. They look, hit and hope, but look at this seam here. Look, that's perfect. That's just good skills carrying through. Don't often see a Bangladeshi fast bowler bowling 147 kilometres an hour. How cool is that?
And that the last one was 145. This kid can do it. He's bowling quick. Looks in good rhythm, Taskin.
Looks like the batsmen have no idea as to how to play the moving and the short delivery. Just seem to be struggling, playing with hope, just fishing at deliveries outside the off stump and also looking to slog, which is not the way to go. As Dino said, you need to play proper cricket shots and look to try and milk your runs that way. Had you done that, you get back to ball and at least a run of a ball rather than just swing and miss. That's what we've seen so far.
That's good bowling. Now, we did talk about the T20 power rating as far as batsmen are concerned, what criterias are looked into. Well, let's look at the bowlers now. Consistency again, run saving standard, and playing under pressure, adaptability and contribution in winning causes. Again, got to reiterate the fact that the sample size is pretty big. We're talking about roughly around 6,000 T20 games here.
They talk about death bowlers particularly and all that type of stuff. I'm looking forward to seeing this.
Oh, that's a good one. He got that off the middle of the bat. 6 to end the over. It's 11 for 1 after 3.
आपका बेटा कैसी कैसी कहानियां बना रहा है? जरा डैडी को पढ़ के सुनाओ तो।
A day out with my dad. We went driving in a car and climbed the biggest hill. And then we were driving upside down. And then we drove to a beautiful lake. And a huge sea monster smiled at me. And then we climbed the tallest mountain in the world.
Great story, son.
Our Grip. Your stories. See it. SUV tires.
I feel special now. I feel special now. I feel special now.
Fog scent. Feel special. Be special.
Rohan, the last delivery, really did well to get that 6. Change in bowling now. Mustafizur is brought into the attack. What a crowd. Over 23,000 fans out there. Bangladeshi fans. Definitely not pitching outside leg, missing leg. No worries for the umpire.
Set a great record, Mustafizur. Very, very young. And for someone as young as he is, he's shown good maturity. And that economy rate in just 9 games, 6 runs and over, that's telling you a lot with an average under 20. did see him bowl reasonably well in that last game. His mixing it up was very good.
Oh, what a beautiful shot. Stand and deliver from Shahzad. Opens his account with that boundary.
See, we've seen a couple of cricket shots now. We saw a lovely little pick-up before. And now Shahzad just scything it away through point, staying leg side of the ball, not over-hitting it, watching it onto the bat. That's the right way to go about chasing this total down. Quality cricket shots will get you there. Rahman's 6 was beautifully played, didn't overhit it, used the bowler's pace. So hopefully they can start to learn. Key to it is now, can they get singles and rotate the strikes, so as well as hitting the 4s and 6s, which I think is the biggest area where they need to improve.
Well, that's an important aspect of batting, isn't it? Be it any format, how you rotate the strike. When we spoke about the criteria as far as T20 power ratings are concerned, let's have a look at the top 10 bowlers now. We looked at the criteria and look at that number there, right there at the top is Sunil Narayan. The number 2 is Lasith Malinga, Dale Steyn, Mitchell Starc, Ravichandran Ashwin is there at number 9. And if you look at those bowlers there, it's not just about T20 bowling. It's about across all formats. They are quality match winners out there. Be it Mitchell Starc, Dale Steyn, Lasith Malinga, Omar Gul, Saeed Ajmal, Ravichandran Ashwin there, Mitchell Johnson, Mutaya Muralidharan, he's still there, still around.
And Mitchell Johnson said he's going to come back and play in the BBL coming up next year. And he wants to play for the Perth Scorchers. Depends on a lot of things, of course. So he's looking to come back in these leagues. Yeah, they're all good in all formats of the game, aren't they?
Oh, that's in the air and he does it. A superb return catch. Mustafizur Rahman, but has he injured himself? But what a catch, what a return catch this is.
Well, the biggest query I've got here, Roshan, is did he put the ball down while he's actually taking the catch here? Did he complete it here? So the umpire's just waiting here for him to see if the front foot is right. But that's a big wicket. I think we're going to go upstairs here. The third umpire is just going to check if he's grounded the ball while attempting to catch the ball here. Let's have a look here. Front foot's cool, no problem there. Look at that stress coming through, the one at the back of the hand. And the batsman's still waiting for the umpire, the third umpire, to give him. So now the catch is the important one for me. Let's just have a look at it. He got done with a beautiful change-up delivery. Now he's caught it pretty well here, but did he put it down on the ground? Now, well, I've got to say, he's caught it. Is it in control? And he puts the ball on the ground now. Well, a lot of people might say, while in the attempt of trying to take the catch.
But I reckon that's fine. If you look at that, he's in control now. He lands on his palm, the back of his palm. The ball is still in the air. It's not touched the ground. Now I think when it's sliding, the ball's touched the ground.
Is he still in the movement of taking the catch? Did that ball touch the ground? Now it is. Now he's still in the movement of taking the catch. That's a real grey area here, folks. A real grey hair. Because I saw Ricky Ponting took a catch and used to get up. Wants to push the ball down and was given not out. See? See, he's still in movement. He hasn't finished movement. He's taken the catch, but his body's still moving. And does it touch the ground? I'll leave it up to you to decide, Roshan, to say yes or no.
I'd rather say that effort deserves a wicket. That effort definitely deserves a wicket, but, well, I get your point.
We've got a third umpire. Just leave it to him then. Shazab Raza is the third umpire. Well, let's see from a different angle now. Takes it really nicely. A good dive and then Slides, and now the ball touches the ground.
Should the benefit of the doubt go to the bowler, or should it go towards the batsman on this occasion? Now, they're getting the directions here. What do you think, Deep?
I'm glad I'm not the third umpire, that's what I think.
Oh, he's given him not out. Now, I saw that straight away. In my humble opinion, I was sort of having each way bets, but I thought he touched the ground.
Like a hawk, Dino. You should be sitting there.
Well, the key to it is you've got to teach the fieldsman to roll, and like wicket keepers do, to stop the ball from touching the ground while trying to complete the catch. Now, a lot of people say, hang on, he caught it, but the movement of the body was still not completed. That's the way the law is written, folks at home.
Yeah, good call. And you're absolutely right in terms of diving and catching. You've got to get your technique right. Not only just catching the balls, but also make sure you're not getting injured. That's a good shot. That's a good looking shot. Timed it really well. We pick up a boundary.
They'll be deflated here. There's no doubt that all the Bangladeshis, because they honestly thought they had their wicket here. And then he's bowled another good change-up delivery, but he's picked it this time.
He did quite well, in fact. Just waited for it and then just pushed it through the line. Hit it on the up. Just that the ball seemed to come onto the bat quite nicely, gave him the pace to hit it that way. Just rubbing a bit of salt to the wound.
Well, they just need to settle down a bit, both these batsmen. Take their own time. Good delivery to end the over. 9 coming off at 20 for 1.
Galaxy A, the new flaunt. Magnificent metal body. Stunning glass back. Galaxy A 2016 edition.
This is what guys do to try to get every hair. This is what we do. New Gillette with FlexBall technology. Makes maximum contact and gets virtually every hair. Gillette.
Change in bowling, Mashrafi Murtaza, the captain, 31 wickets so far in his career, T20 career, 8.2 to economy. Well, both the batsmen have looked all right the last couple of overs. They've got a few runs here, got a few boundaries. And that's very important. You can understand the butterflies in your belly in the first couple of overs. Big platform for you.
It's an interesting term, butterflies in your belly. So if butterflies get nervous, what do they have in their bellies?
Oh, you got me stumped there, you know.
Another butterfly in the belly.
Maybe Maud's there then.
But it's a fact of dealing with nerves in this, you're right. It's breathing techniques, it's concentrating on grip pressure, sticking to routines, watching, keeping still, watching the bowler's hand. The single there. I spoke to Viv Richards about this, and he said chewing gum took a lot of nerves and anxiety out of his game. It was interesting. A lot of guys like Mark Waugh and Viv Richards used to go to sleep before they went out to bat. Now I couldn't imagine that, like walking out to bat, but that's what they used to do because they couldn't stand watching the game at times.
That's the reason that when we speak about having rhythm, you have a certain kind of rhythm, you do the same things. A lot of people say it's superstition, but it's not actually superstition. It's the certain rhythm that you have. You go mark your stance again, or you look at a certain area of the ground. You know, you tap your thigh pads or your pads. But that's a routine that you get into. That's what is required, and that's only going to come with experience, isn't it? Well, that's a super shot. Don't need to move that.
They seem to be doing it quite well, and with proper shots. not just looking to slog when the opportunity is there. They've taken it short and wide, and that's the right place to go.
Well, with the keeper up, I don't think this is right with the keeper up in the stumps for me. I think if he makes a nick here, you'll be really disappointed. This is a very difficult pitch to keep on. Hasan up in the stumps. I don't think that's right.
Now the interesting thing would be to look at the winning percentage now. Chance of winning. Look at that. UAE 60% chance of winning from here on. Bangladesh 40%.
That's very interesting, and that's possible. That's definitely possible. If UAE could get a good partnership going.
So appeal there, confident appeal from behind the stumps, but not convinced. Anil Chaudhary, the umpire.
He did 10 star jumps there. There was amazing appeal. He was up and down, up and down. This is how you do a star jump, folks. Have a look at this for an appeal. Did he nick it? Oh, it's hitting the stomach first. There's 1 star jump, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, come on, give it to me. 7. Not out.
Oh, that's up in the air and gone. Very ordinary shot. Rohan Mustafa was looking good, but gifted his wicket away. 18 off 17. 25 for 2, UAE.
हेलो, अपनी दुकान हटाएगा?
डूड, मेरा 3G रिचार्ज करना यार।
हमारा ना यही प्रॉब्लम है, अपना काम अपने आप कोई नहीं करता। आइडिया, माय आइडिया ऐप, अपने ऐप, माय आइडिया ऐप। व्हाट एन आइडिया। इंडिया, अब अपना काम करो अपने आप। अभी डाउनलोड कीजिए माय आइडिया ऐप और पाइए 1 GB तक मोबाइल इंटरनेट।
If only milestones could warn you about your improperly aligned wheels, visit MRF Tires and Service. Get accurate wheel balancing and precise wheel alignment checked only by the experts. Take good care of your tires and they'll take good care of you. MRF Tires and Service, the experts in complete tire care.
I feel special now. I feel special now. I feel special now.
Fog scent. Feel special. Be special.
Alamin back into the attack. It's the last over of the power play. Alamin, the bowler. Few changes in the field. Want to slip in place for the new batsman Shaiman Anwar. 117 strike rate, average of around 21. This is a 16th T20 match. He starts well, Shaiman Anwar, but look at that wicket again. Disappointing shot.
Well, it was just a wild mo, and he just hoped it went somewhere. I think he was trying to, at the last minute, try to hit it over point, but it's a change-up delivery. Not watching it, he was hoping it would be the faster delivery, and he got done again with pace. So they're mixing it up a little bit now. The Bangladeshi bowlers here. But the key to it on this pitch is getting back-to-back wickets, bowling well to new batsmen coming to the crease, and really make sure that they have to try to play this ridiculous shot to hit a 6 or a 4 somewhere, put the pressure on them, because they don't like taking ones, that's for sure.
Bangladesh needs to pick regular wickets. Target is not a huge one, 134. Let's have a look at smallest targets that Bangladesh has defended successfully. 147 against Ireland, 167 Zimbabwe. So they actually haven't defended anything around 130. So the lowest is 147.
They haven't really been all that successful at T20 cricket. They've been a good limited over side lately, but T20 they're still finding their feet. But yes, you're right. What Sri Lanka did yesterday was they regularly picked up wickets, and that's how they were able to defend that score.
But that's a good hit. That is a really good hit. All the way for a 6.
Go fetch that. That was a great shot. Straight over the bowler's head. Went a long way.
Good balance and poise. Head it straight over the top. You bowl in my zones there, that's where you're going to go. But I like the fact that it's straight instead of trying to hoik it away over cow corner. That's the reason why he had success. Oh, and that is an absolute jaffa. That's a peach of a delivery, and that's the length he's got to bowl to these batsmen. If you bowl a little bit fuller than that, you'll get hurt.
We just spoke about wickets here, right? That's a super delivery, as you mentioned. But even if he does get an edge, you don't have a slips there. Won't you want one?
Well, the only way they're going to win this game is to bowl them out, I feel.
Oh, that's another play and miss. 32 for 2 after 6.
इसीलिए भारतीय एक्सा के डेडिकेटेड क्लेम्स हैंडलर आपके क्लेम सेटलमेंट प्रोसेस को सरल बनाने में आपकी मदद करेंगे। भारतीय एक्सा, सुरक्षा का नया नजरिया।
Right then, 32 for 2. And the big challenge for UAE will be how to finish off this game, because they played the first half very diligently, very cleverly. Bowling was good. Target is 134, but now is the real challenge. It's a short fence, short boundary. Can they construct a memorable win? It's a wide down the leg side. And at times you play for the pitch also, VVS, because if you're not being on this pitch as a side, then you tend to just play the pitch, and the task becomes, as a result, a little bigger and larger. Got to look at the ball and forget about whether the pitch will do anything or not. Taken brilliantly at point. Magnificent piece of fielding. He was flying in the air. I think it's Mahmudullah who's plucked a beauty out of nowhere. And so another wicket has gone down, closing the face of the blade and edging it to the man at point who was rushing in, trying to stop a single, but he's taken a fantastic catch. Anwar gone for 1, 3 down now for 33.
न्यूट्री-चॉइस डाइजेस्टिव बाकी बिस्किट से हेल्थियर है। ब्रिटानिया ने ये बोलने को कहा। मैंने पूछा हेल्थियर कैसे? दे सेड ये फाइबर से भरा है। आई सेड मैं क्यों मानूं? दे सेड हमारी मत मानो, खुद ट्राई करो। पता है I can actually feel the fiber. Britannia Nutri-Choice Digestive. Feel the fiber in every bite. पर मेरी मत मानो, खुद ट्राई करके देखो।
आज स्पेशल डे है ना, कुछ स्पेशल लगा।
फॉग का सेंट
पेश है फॉग सेंट, स्पेशल मौकों के लिए खास। फॉग सेंट
है ये जश्न विमल के 25 सालों के रिश्तों का, और अभी तो ये सिर्फ शुरुआत है। विमल पान मसाला, दाने दाने में केसर का दम।
Mohammad Usman, the new arrival at the crease and gets beaten by a beautiful ball. I think he'll be good here on this pitch. Mushraf Murtaza in control, the medium pacer gets it to wobble around, and he got a good one in the end.
Excellent length, closing the face of the bat. But how good was this catch? On his left side. And this is what you want from your fielders, converting those half chances.
Yeah, it's difficult because he was coming in to stop a single, and then he had to change course, bit of a detour, and caught a good one. Sharp reflexes. He was walking in to stop a single, just a slight deviation, turned him around, and he anticipated it so cleverly.
And that was a big wicket for Bangladesh, because Anwar, one of the most experienced batsmen for UAE,
it's been given as a wide, but you've got to choose the right ball to hit. There's a deep backward square leg in position. A wicket has gone down already in this over, so why risk another one?
this is what Mohammad Usman has to realize. Even yesterday, after the fall of first 2 wickets, came and played a loose shot to Kulashekara, got caught in the slip. And all UAE batsmen have to do now is to build a partnership, because Bangladesh bowlers are on top. They're bowling some excellent deliveries to get wickets. It's all about holding your nerve, building a partnership, even if it's a small partnership, 15-20 runs. And suddenly the pressure will shift on the Bangladeshis. And that's what UAE didn't do well yesterday. They kept losing wickets in a cluster.
I think most of these batsmen, I'm not too sure what's the system is like now in UAE, but about 3-4 years back, most of these batsmen were brought up on cement pitches. And so as a result, you see them playing with hard hands. It's a pitch where you've got to offer soft hands, wait for the ball, play as late as possible, and play with a straightish bat.
Yeah, I'm sure, but now with the facilities there, especially at the ICC Academy, I think the facilities have really improved in Dubai, and all these players now get to play on turf wickets. But they can learn from the experience which they had last night. End of a very good over. Just 2 runs from it, 34 for 3.
Salam sir.
मुन्ना,
हाँ सर।
क्या चल रहा है?
आजकल तो फॉग चल रहा है।
सोचिए मत, क्योंकि बिना गैस वाला फॉग ही है इंडिया का नंबर 1 परफ्यूम बॉडी स्प्रे।
आने वाले लॉन्ग वीकेंड को बनाओ फन वीकेंड। Get exciting weekend deals on hotels and holidays on Via.com. Have a fun weekend.
Way left high and dry, 36, not out. UAE in a bit of bother, 34 for 3, chasing down 134. 100 from 78 on a tough pitch. It's going to be not easy for UAE to spring a surprise. I think it's also important for UAE not to think of it as a high point, just participating in such an event. It's about winning also. And they've got to look for a win. They've done the hard bit to qualify for the Asia Cup. Now is the next hurdle they need to get over. That's up in the air. That's an easy cotton ball. Once again trying to work the ball against the line, closing the blade of the bat on that one, and an easy catch. So this is going pear-shaped now for the UAE. And it's Mohammad Shahzad who's gone for 12, cotton ball, Mustafizur, and it's 4 down now for 34.
आपका बेटा कैसी कैसी कहानियां बना रहा है? जरा डैडी को पढ़ के सुनाओ तो।
A day out with my dad. We went driving in a car and climbed the biggest hill. And then we were driving upside down. And then we drove to a beautiful lake. And a huge sea monster smiled at me. And then we climbed the tallest mountain in the world.
Great story, son. Our Grip, your stories, See it, SUV tires.
Bright and beautiful. Beautiful.
Bright and beautiful, selfie expert, Oppo F1.
Oppo camera phone.
$34 for 4 in 7.1. It's getting tougher and tougher for UAE really to nail this one. Oh, it's another catch. It's another slow delivery. Great variety and variation from the left armer. He's on top of his game and now closing out UAE very fast on hat-trick.
Almost like an action replay. The way Mohammad Shahid got. Again off-cutter from Mustafizur and Swapnil, who did really well yesterday. Without opening the account, gets out. UAE loses his 5th wicket for just 34 runs.
न्यूट्री-चॉइस डाइजेस्टिव बाकी बिस्किट से हेल्थियर है। ब्रिटानिया ने ये बोलने को कहा। मैंने पूछा हेल्थियर कैसे? They said ये फाइबर से भरा है। I said मैं क्यों मानूं? They said हमारी मत मानो, खुद ट्राई करो। पता है, I can actually feel the fiber. Britannia Nutri-Choice Digestive. Feel the fiber in every bite. पर मेरी मत मानो, खुद ट्राई करके देखो।
कांचीपुरम में कामयाबी भी रेशम से बुनी जा रही है। देश का कोना कोना बदल रहा है और हम गर्व के साथ इस बदलाव का हिस्सा बन रहे हैं। अब कोना कोना कोटक, कोटक महिंद्रा बैंक।
Right, the captain is out there on a hat-trick delivery. We've got a slip, then a floating third slip, a gully. The crowd's up on their feet. Will he go for another one? Mustafizur. There's a shot cover in place for a slow delivery, the variation. So that's the catch at shot cover. Oh, almost a wicket, almost a hat-trick delivery. Wonderful angle from the left armer. Great piece of bowling.
Excellent piece of bowling by Mustafizur. Got back into the attack for picking up wickets. And how good he has been here. Beaten by the off-cutter, which is his strength, his wicket-taking delivery, closing the face. And Swapnil again repeating the same mistake, like what Mohammad Shahid has done. And 2 easy catches. This is the last ball. Again off-cutter, very close to the outside edge.
Gone for the appeal, it's cosmetic, but wonderful angle once again. He's getting it to shape away and showing great control, and he's a great talent.
He is very impressive in his short career so far. The first one-day international match, he got 5 against India, and this is how Mohammad Shahid got out. Off-cutter closing the face, an easy catch. Just not able to read the off-cutter of Mustafizur.
Played it with a stiff front foot, and because he couldn't pick the variety. Then hard hands came into play and a top edge, so a top performer for Bangladesh, and it's a great performance because he's come in the middle of the innings and has shut down UAE. Yeah, he delivers them so subtly. His stock delivery is the seam-up delivery, but you see there's hardly a difference. The seam position is almost the same, the arm position is almost the same, and from where he delivers the slow one to a normal delivery is also exactly the same. So difficult to pick, VVS.
Yeah, that's why most of the batsmen not able to read him. End of the over, 36 for 5.
इस इसीलिए भारतीय एक्सा के डेडिकेटेड क्लेम्स हैंडलर आपके क्लेम सेटलमेंट प्रोसेस को सरल बनाने में आपकी मदद करेंगे। भारतीय एक्सा, सुरक्षा का नया नजरिया।
नया वोल्टास ऑल स्टार एसी, इसका स्टडी कूल कंप्रेसर आम एसी की तरह बार बार कट ऑफ नहीं होता और कम लोड में देता है ज्यादा सेविंग्स। अब एक के खर्चे में 2 एसी चलाई।
Becomes easy for a captain if he is in good form. 2 wickets for Murtaza.
Yeah, great side that. It's just amazing to see the amount of support this Bangladeshi team has got over the years. Irrespective of whether they're winning or losing, all the fans come and fill the stadium in numbers.
Well, it's described as French cut, and it's a decent result for the left-hander. Yeah, playing it with an angle bat, not entirely there. Yeah, look at the gap between pad and the bat. Seam up delivery, shed back just slightly, but thick inside edge, providing him with a relief and a 4, obviously.
One more good delivery from Murtaza. UAE lost 4 wickets for just 10 runs. And this has been a problem for them. Even in the game against Sri Lanka, they just didn't have partnership. And as you mentioned rightly, Ramesh, yes, they're looking to win each and every game. But I think it's a learning experience. And this is what you look from UAE. Are they learning from each and every experience they're having playing against some top nations? Yesterday they had a great chance of winning. The bowlers did a fantastic job, just needed 130 runs to win and they messed up the chase. And even today, again, fantastic effort from the UAE bowlers. But the batsmen are just not able to show any kind of application. And the bowlers will be definitely disappointed.
It's a big one tomorrow. India v Pakistan. Can't get bigger than this. 7:20 p.m. local time. I'm sure you already know the time. The action will begin. And I'm sure there'll be a lot of eyeballs watching this great contest.
I'm for one looking forward to this contest. It will be a cracker of a contest. Looking forward to the Pakistani bowlers bowling to in-form Indian batsmen. It will be a real cracker of a game. End of the over, 41 for 5.
नेहा, मोबाइल का बिल पेमेंट।
हमारा यही प्रॉब्लम है, अपना काम अपने आप कोई नहीं करता। आइडिया, so my idea app, अपने आप। My idea app. What an idea.
इंडिया, अब अपना काम करो अपने आप। अभी डाउनलोड कीजिए माई आइडिया ऐप और पाइए 1 GB तक मोबाइल इंटरनेट।
He's a classic top all-round cricketer, whether it's 50 overs cricket or T20 cricket. 51 wickets, that's terrific stats for you. Average of 20, economy of 6.68, fabulous figures. Right then, there'll be a little bit in it for him also. There's dewy conditions, but not massive. And he'll try to flight it because he would want wickets and just entice them into playing over the top and getting holed out in the deep.
Is probably the best all-rounder in world cricket, especially considering the subcontinent conditions. He's not in great form as far as batting is concerned, but in bowling, he's a match winner. An experienced left-arm spinner. It will be a real challenge for Usman and Amjad Javed facing Shakib.
They're happy, ecstatic now. Just feel at times that he plays so much of T20 league, Shakib Hasan, that there's maybe a case of being burned out. Because when you come back and play for your country, obviously you want to do well, you want to be a star, but there's just not enough juice in you to really get enthused. So that's the only issue with Shakib Hasan, because he's a star when it comes to all these private leagues. Big star at the IPL as well.
Yes, they love him. KKR boys. And he enjoys bowling in those conditions in Kolkata. Good conditions for a spin bowler. And that's why he's an invaluable player for KKR.
Starts off really well on target. Picks him off for a run. But a decent start for Shakib. Just 3 in that over. It's 44 for 5.
तिरुपति में अब नए मंदिर बन रहे हैं। देश का कोना कोना बदल रहा है और हम गर्व के साथ इस बदलाव का हिस्सा बन रहे हैं। अब कोना कोना कोटक, कोटक महिंद्रा बैंक।
आज स्पेशल डे है ना, कुछ स्पेशल लगा।
फॉग का सेंट
पेश है फॉग सेंट, स्पेशल मौकों के लिए खास फॉग सेंट।
.44 for 5 after 10. UAE need to develop a partnership here.
Big shot coming in.
It is important that someone gets in. That's the spinners into the attack. Mahmudullah, Riyad. Left-hander still Osman not really getting to the terms of especially the bounce. It's been a struggle for them. And yeah, you got to give credit to the Bangladeshi bowlers, the way they came and will be another single. The way they came and attacked it, because they wanted early wicket, and that's exactly what the captain and especially Mustafizur provided to the Bangladesh team.
No doubt, I think the way to go for Bangladesh is wickets. But what is disappointing, Arthur, is the approach of the UAE batsmen. Get the feeling that they haven't really learned anything from their last outing. The way they approached, they never looked like building an innings or building a partnership. They were just going at the bowling, attempting rash shots.
Spin at both ends then. How good has Mustafizur been? He's just picking up wickets with a laugh, the smile on his face. You can smile a little more, Arthur. Oh, he's trod on his stump. There's many ways of getting out. He's chosen one of the more exotic ones. I've seen batsmen fall back on their stumps because the pace was too much. So the captain's gone, Amjad Javed. Mahmudullah picks up a wicket. And I'm afraid the UAE is sliding deeper and deeper into an abyss here. Javed gone for 3, it's 45 for 6.
ये मॉल नहीं है, मार्केट है, ये गुड फॉर द पॉकेट है। 3000 का स्मार्टफोन और 100 रुपए का चार्जर है। क्लॉक है और ट्रिमर है। मॉल नहीं है, मार्केट है, ये गुड फॉर द पॉकेट है।
शॉप क्लूज की कॉन्फिडेंस, मार्केट के दाम, डिंग से लेके टोंग, डिंग से लेके डोंग, सब कुछ on shopclues.com।
Quite fortunate, in fact, to get that wicket, but they wouldn't be complaining. 45 for 6, UAE in serious trouble. And the key here is that they've been losing wickets.
Don't forget about the contribution from Mahmudullah Riyad as a batsman. We'll come back to that. 45 for 6.
This is what guys do to try to get every hair. This is what we do. New Gillette with FlexBall technology makes maximum contact and gets virtually every hair. Gillette.
Micromax Asia Cup T20 2016. India versus Pakistan. Tomorrow at 6 p.m. live on the Star Sports Network and Hotstar.
To think that Bangladesh got to 133 for it only because of that big last over. The fielder in the D will get a single. 17 of Mahmudullah's last over. Just think, even if it was 100, 110, the UAE would struggle because we just decided that the leather on the ball is a bad thing. We've got to take it out as quickly as possible. It's absolutely bizarre batting in the top order.
Mahmudullah got 36 of 27 deliveries. That's 17 over the turning point, ensuring that they get some kind of total. Thank you very much. It's that simple as that. The wickets are falling in clusters. Shakib Hasan who picks up another one, and the crowd goes berserk.
That should be a run out, not a stump, because he was so far down the pitch. What was he trying to do? Out for naught, 46 for 7.
है ये जश्न विमल के 25 सालों के रिश्तों का, और अभी तो ये सिर्फ शुरुआत है। विमल पान मसाला, दाने दाने में केसर का दम।
स्टैंडर्ड दीवारें आपका इंप्रेशन फीका ना कर दें, इसीलिए नेरोलाइक इंप्रेशंस के HD कलर्स लगाइए और घर के साथ अपना भी इंप्रेशन बढ़ाइए।
Micromax Asia Cup T20 2016. India versus Pakistan. Tomorrow at 6 p.m. live on the Star Sports Network and Hotstar.
Saqlan Haider is the new batsman. For a little while, we hope. I don't mean to be derogatory, but it's just that the batsmen have shown very little inclination to bat. 120 is a lot of deliveries. Look how far down the ground he is. He's not in the frame for a stumping. I tell you what, it's a long, long time since I've seen a stumping with the batsman not in the frame. He's been picked as a specialist batsman. Tariq Fahad batted at 8. Might have got it the other way around. Fahad Tariq.
Yeah, Bangladesh have never bowled out in opposition while they're batting second. They are at the moment in with a chance to bowl out UAE. Wicket number 6, Mahmudullah Riyad. Captain going on to dislodging the stumps. Just in the last one, slipping away. Swept well, swept nicely. I'll fetch and go and pick up a boundary. Brings up the 50.
He's clearly their best player, Mohammad Usman, and that's what we saw in earlier matches as well. Had a rush of blood in the previous game, but he's hanging around at least 19 balls now for his 13.
Shakib Hasan looking to throw it up a little bit. Looking to try and entice the batsman to get a fall shot. Another shot behind square leg, this time only a single. So 12 completed, 52 for 7.
The memories that we hold dear are the ones that we make here. Can we take some time to show that we care? Do we even have a moment to share?
Many things make the complete man. Making moments to cherish is one of them. Raymond, the complete man.
Right, the off-spinner Mahmudullah.
feeling here that this is going to be a big win for Bangladesh with a small first inning score. Purely in terms of runs.
I think Rami's made a very pertinent point about the approach of UAE. The fact that they've got into the Asia Cup is something that needs to be admired, but then from there on, they shouldn't be overawed by the fact playing against top teams. Just need to use it as a learning curve. Unfortunately, haven't seen them doing that.
Maybe the conditions are just too different as well. I mean, to try and look at it from their perspective, maybe conditions very different from what they've played in the UAE. Not experienced so much grass, this level of bowling on in these conditions.
But they started well in the pre-qualifying when they beat the favourite Afghanistan by 16 runs in the very first match. So they had a fair share of success. That's the reason why they've qualified and qualified to play the big guns later on. But that batting has been disappointing. Something that Aqib Javed would be keeping a very close eye. It just shows that they are a much better bowling unit than the batting. But you got to bat because 133 is not a big total. So you have to bat sensibly.
It's an unusual way to play it to the fielder there. You've got to place the ball when you place that shot, and you probably needed to play it finer because there's a man there with what becomes backward square is actually backward point. Now he's gone. Shaklan Heather. There's a nice movie running in the dugout. It's 55 for 8. And Mahmudullah can do no wrong today. Shaklan Heather's gone for 2 from just 4 balls.
स्टार स्पोर्ट्स प्रो कबड्डी में कल के 2 मैचेस बेंगलुरु बुल्स वर्सेस पुणेरी पल्टन, दबंग दिल्ली वर्सेस बंगाल वॉरियर्स शाम 7:50 पर स्टार स्पोर्ट्स नेटवर्क और हॉटस्टार पर।
This broadcast is brought to you in association with TVS Motor Company, Bajaj Electricals, Flipkart, State Bank of India, Gianni's Smartphone, and My Idea app.
Interestingly, Arthur, you made the point about they performing well in the qualifiers, but I've been told that the teams they beat in the qualifiers, Hong Kong, Afghanistan and Oman, all 3 have qualified to play the World T20, but not UAE. Well, they've lost 8 wickets. Mahmudullah, the man who got the last one, just tossing it up, just looking to hit it through extra cover. The bottom hand coming into play. A simple catch to the man at short extra cover.
It's been a poor shot selection, and also added to the fact that they've hardly seen to play along the ground, rotate the strike, play with the soft hands. So a lot of things come into play when you come in. Even if you're chasing a small total, you need partnership. They lost an early wicket in the second over. There was a small partnership of 24. And they started to keep losing wickets at regular interval. That doesn't really help. 33 for 3, 34 for 4, 34 for 5. After 13, it's 56 for 8.
Micromax Asia Cup T20 2016. India versus Pakistan. Tomorrow at 6 p.m. live on the Star Sports Network and Hotstar.
This broadcast is co-presented by Vimal Pan Masala, ShopClues.com, and MagicBricks.com. In association with Raymond, Samsung Gear S2, Gillette FlexBall, My Idea app, Seat SUV tires, Ghana.com, Bharti Exa, and Britannia. Good day.
Shakib Hasan will continue. They need 78 of 7 overs. In theory, gettable, but just 2 wickets. That's the problem. They've lost too many wickets. And also, Atai tends to show the gulf between teams like the UAE and the top teams.
I think it's experience. Experience of getting into a situation where you get under pressure and then you force yourself to do something different for the team. It hasn't happened for UAE, apart from the fact that they restricted Bangladesh for 133 for 8 in 20 overs.
In fairness to them, what they've done right is the bowling. Against Sri Lanka, they gave a good account of themselves with the ball, and even today, I thought keeping Bangladesh down to 133 was a good score, a good effort, especially when you consider that last over, the Mahmudullah came in and got those crucial runs. So the bowling seemed to be all right. It's just the batting that needs to do a lot of work.
And it's not easy to go and change things in the middle. You got to practice day in, day out in the nets. Speak to the coach, the batting coach. That's a loose delivery. That's gone. That's gone many a mile. That's gone all the way for 6. Poor delivery and put away by Usman.
Certainly making full use of a rather poor delivery from Shakib. Easily swung away. Quite a gift from the left-arm spinner. But UAE seem to have left it a little bit too late. With 2 wickets in hand and needing to score at almost 12 runs and over, that's asking for too much.
I think it's important that Usman takes as much strike as possible. It's important for Raza to ensure that he gives the strike back to him. Yes, 5 deliveries already bowled in this over. Block it out, leave him on the other end to face the next over. It's a good over for UAE. 8 runs in that over, 64 for 8.
I know exactly what hairstyle I'm going to give him, but he doesn't know yet. Why don't we do something very chic?
हिंदी में बोलना.
Blonde mohawk.
पत्थर मारेंगे रोड पे लोग.
Captain साहब को इतना stress नहीं देते. What about the Mahi look? It won you the ICC World T20. Try it for your fans.
आप भी अपनी तैयारी कर लो. T20 cricket's biggest show comes to India with the ICC World T20, March 2016.
मैडम तो तैयार है, और आप क्या तैयारी करोगे?
Very impressive youngster for Bangladesh. Someone that they are pinning their hopes on. Coming on for his 3rd over.
He's been outstanding find for Bangladesh. Got a contract in the IPL, got a contract in PSL, but he did not go because he was not released by the physio. He had some problem in the shoulder. But he looks fit, and he looks that he is bowling in the right areas, picking up wickets and creating problems. That's what he has been doing since he started his career last year. Outstanding.
Talking about fit, look how fit Rami's Raja is.
I'm malnourished. Not exactly fit.
Is that
not been fed properly?
Is that a way of? Is that another word for being fit?
Not really, because I've been on the move, so not been looked after that well. But Bangladesh in good hands. This is a good young fast bowler. A future asset for world cricket, in fact. His variation, slow deliveries are so subtle and difficult to decipher. Just fantastic. They've not been able to really know the code, how to decode him, because he's so subtle there. Easy cotton ball. Trying to play with a stiff leg against the line of the ball. Another one, same result at mid-on. Yeah, off-cutters 83%. And they don't seem to pick it. I mean, majority of his deliveries are the slow ones, the off-cutters. Seam-up deliveries, hardly any.
Because he bowls with the same action. That is the problem. And that is a big asset for someone like Mustafizur. If you can bowl in similar fashion, but 2 different kind of deliveries or 3 different kind of deliveries, you are up for it.
UAE really will have to up their batting game, because this is pretty ordinary. You've got to say that, because they've made every Bangladesh bowler look unplayable. I can understand if you get out to a certain bowler or a couple of bowlers, but it can't be that everyone has come in and got you bogged down and got the better of you. Now, I've played a lot of cricket with Aqib Javed, and he will have a real go at them. Knowing him, I think he, in his typical Punjabi accent, Punjabi language, will take this team apart because he's been very patient. And so they'd lose another sort of low-scoring game.
It's the batting that has been disappointing. He must be very pleased the way that his bowlers bowled just before the match, sharing words of wisdom, making sure that they get their acts right, raise the bar, especially while batting.
I could lip read him correctly. He's saying that we've got to fight every ball, we've got to present our best. Well, he's the coach, is he? And the bowling coach, obviously, but they've rather batted like him. $65 for 8.
स्टार स्पोर्ट्स प्रो कबड्डी में कल के 2 मैचेस, बेंगलुरु बुल्स वर्सेस पुणेरी पल्टन, दबंग दिल्ली वर्सेस बंगाल वॉरियर्स, शाम 7:50 पर स्टार स्पोर्ट्स नेटवर्क और हॉटस्टार पर।
This broadcast is brought to you in association with TVS Motor Company, Bajaj Electricals, Flipkart, State Bank of India, Gianni's Smartphone, and My Idea app.
Right, then required rate has jumped to over 13, and it's not going to be easy for them. It's Bangladesh at this stage, all over UAE like a rash. I think this will be a real confidence booster for Bangladesh, because they defended quite successfully a low score. That's gone up in the air. Will it clear the fence? It does, just about. Shot one from Taskeen and lifted elegantly for a 6. Hello, Dean Jones.
Rami's bite. Yeah, lovely shot, wasn't it?